are here again. Buddy Kids episode 4. And today we got Jim Price. But before I introduce Jim Price, just want to let everybody know, for all you ball players, especially the young kids, y'all haven't signed up yet. We're at posted like 65 players that's getting ready to play. We got college coaches. We got Westfield State coming. We got Elms. We got Albany State out of Georgia coming. And we got a few others that's supposed to be coming down as well. It's going to be live streamed. We got Brooke Sells as our trainer. We got Brian Foster and his son Chance Foster as a trainer. We got Gary Bestman as a trainer. Like I said, you're not going to get these type of opportunities. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. You know, when the door is open and somebody's giving you an opportunity, take advantage. If not, it's your loss. This thing is not about me, and I keep saying it, it's not about me. It's about bringing back to the community, especially in this area. Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. We got to get it back over here. It's very difficult, but we need everybody to be a part of it. It's a village. And once we realize that it is a village, then you will see the result for all these other kids that's out here, and you'll see the change.
Yes, sir.
And with that being said, we got a real ball player in here. Not saying that the other one is fake over there, but
I was real today.
he was real today.
I was real today, folks. I mean, I was real ugly. I was 16-1, like that type of real.
Right. Oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Coach Kurt, a.k.a. It Takes a Village. And my co-host is
Sheldon Cooney, a.k.a. Coonzilla, a.k.a. Greasy Talker.
And so we got, what is it, 2-time state champion?
One time.
One
Get it
time.
right, Putnam one.
Oh, hold on, my bad. Listen.
You're mixing up
Let
the
me
schools
introduce
now. Okay, my fault.
the Eagle.
Price.
Can I
Yes,
introduce the Eagle
Yes.
properly? Good Lord.
I'm sorry about that.
You know, that's so disrespectful. And we haven't even started yet.
Okay.
So we got one-time state champion who played at Framingham State College, who also played at HCC, Holyoke Community College, played at Stick, broke a whole bunch of numbers, names in the paper and all that. Also did some things outside of Massachusetts as well. He's an author.
I don't mean to cut you off, but he didn't pretend he went D1 to Morgan State or something. At least he didn't pretend that. The comic book, DC the comic book.
Oh, that guy did. Would you leave him
Morgan State? I know. I'm sorry.
Leave that guy alone.
I'm sorry. At least he's telling the truth where he went to school at. It's not this.
He didn't say nothing yet. How are you going to be telling the truth?
You said he.
So well, his stats do say that.
Yes.
So you say when we looked up this other guy, the DC comic dude, his stuff was in
Morgan State.
It wasn't at Morgan State.
I
did see a name in there from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That went to Morgan State.
Desi Jackson.
But that name was on that list.
I realized where that other guy went. He mixed it up. He went to Mama Morgan's University out of the girls' club to cook.
Okay.
He went to Mama
Let's
Morgan.
give that man a hand. We're talking about
Mama Morgan University.
With that being said, we got my man, the author, Jim Price. How's it going, brother? How's it going?
It's a blessing, man. A blessing being here with you over here, man. I appreciate coming being a guest on the show. And I look forward to answering some good old questions, see what's going on.
Yeah. So, there's a few questions. I always like to, get back to the youth, you know what I mean, in some way. And you have coached at Bay State.
Yeah.
You have coached at Westfield.
Yeah.
Westfield Gold. Yeah. And so I want to get into some of that part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with kids in general, but with the kids that you were dealing with and seeing play, even at the mix, so you were talking at the mix and stuff. Yeah. Shout out to Angel Velez and
JoJo, yeah.
My man JoJo.
Yeah,
y'all better show up too. You show out. All right. What do you think about some of these kids today, especially as far as practicing. What are they? What do you think they're missing?
Well, I think some of the stuff is, some of the kids are just missing the discipline of understanding that you need to put in work to perfect your craft. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the kids, some are like you know, I do middle school house and field, whatever, and some of the kids are all like, hey, you need to practice. You know, while you're not practicing, there's someone out here who has less talent that's practicing real hard to get better, who's going to surpass you because you're already on the platform thinking, oh, I'm already nice.
Yeah.
These kids have that. I think that's the thing that's been difficult. Like having kids who they have talent, but they do not understand that you have to still, you can have talent for the time, but you still have to perfect your craft. You still have to work on your craft.
So did somebody drop you off to practice, or did you figure out a way to get to practice? Because maybe it's different. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not gonna front my practice. I mean, when I was younger, it definitely was. I didn't have the best practice, motivation, and skills. And Burns would be like, "Get over there! You're not supposed to be out. This ain't late for practice."
Wait,
it's not my fault.
I got a question. Why did you curve your finger like that?
I'm sorry.
No, why did you curve your?
That's not good. Forgive him, Lord, for
forgive me, man.
But you were there though.
Yeah.
You were there. You might have been late, but you were there.
Yeah.
And you knew that it was important for you to get to practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, so. Okay.
That has to be part. If you want to do as a player, you have to put in work. Have motivation to do that. That just is not involved just, play pickup games in the park.
But they're not even doing that.
Exactly. You know what? Out there, go out by yourself.
Yeah.
Work on moves. Work on things. You know what I mean? Like,
and implement it and put it all together.
Exactly.
It's non-existent. Like you could just tell by even today's event. There's no like basic fundamentals at all. Man down, hands down, man down. They don't play D like we used to. Jim, you know that. They don't. They don't got the desire in the heart. I mean, they talk a lot. They talk a lot greasy. Then they get beat by somebody that's 50, 16-1. I don't know. What's lacking here?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the kids of the generation? You got a couple that play the Putnam kids, Putnam kids. Ty Nichols and them who perform at high level, but just certain of these players, like they do one move. Like what kills me, kids will do a crossover, another kid a little stumble, but he'll miss the shot, and everybody in the arena, no, that if you miss, it's terrible. But I was at the bad ending one when I fell last year. I got crossed over. I gotta admit, what made it special, he crossed me over. I fell. I gotta say, and then he made the shot. That's when it's great.
Yeah.
But when you cross somebody over and you miss, what good is it?
What good is it? What good is it?
Showboat.
It's different.
It didn't work out. You did the showboat move. Yeah. Now, wow. No, this layup.
And like you said, back in the day, and right or wrong, you go to any of these parks, whether it's Zot, Albert, Greeley, Marshall Roy, even back in the day, even Calhoun down North End. You go to every park in Springfield, loaded. Like you had every park. If you lose, you like, dang, I gotta go to another park because I don't know when I'm gonna get on. Now, I go by parks. It's empty. You got like a old lady playing against Sports Talk 413. You got like Sports Talk 413 playing out there shooting drunk jump shots. But like
what you said, drunk shots?
Yeah, drunk.
That's what it was, drunk shots. Not jump shots, drunk shots.
Like his arm drank a 40. He was drunk, just drunk.
Not even touching the back. It was disgusting.
Like this generation.
Stop.
He tried his best.
Yeah, he did. No, I mean, I saw the post video that was made by the gentleman that you're talking about. Yeah. And I was absolutely amazed and stunned at all the way the conversation, the dialogue was going. I was like, this dude must have been like Auburn University. Like,
Yeah.
this dude must have got. I mean, he must have been like North Carolina's finest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He played for the
But you know
Tar
what? I can tell you this too. That the way that I could have watched that game 81 times. For some reason, I would watch it 81 times.
Heels.
Because of the
Might be
wins, the way he won that game.
Wait a minute.
tough number,
I'm
man.
We are going to clear this off there because I know
Tough
we
number.
know.
I don't know, man.
I'm just
That's a
saying
tough
the
number for
game.
me.
I watched the game. He won 16-1. I'm just saying because I was so very proud of how he won,
Yeah.
I could watch the game 81 times. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
So was I on the receiving end of 81? That's what we really.
That's not what we're talking about
No,
right now.
I get
That's
it.
not what we talking
Oh, okay.
about. We weren't talking.
I thought it was, but
You know,
I'm wrong.
was he at the receiving end though? You don't have to answer that right now.
Tell the truth.
Don't have to answer
The
it.
truth will set you free.
So for the listening audience,
For the listening audience.
we will set the record straight. Mr. Coonzilla was not a member of that team. This guy, TV, scored 81 points.
I thought.
I will tell you who was there though if you want to know something.
Oh,
I can tell you.
Wait. I ain't hear the sugarcoat. What happened?
Hold
I'm
on,
just saying.
Listen, we got some important things to talk about.
Okay.
We're
That
not
was
gonna go
interesting
there.
right
We're
there.
not gonna go there. You know, we're not gonna go up there. We're not doing that.
You know what I said? I got a whole list of names. Everybody going down with
I got a question.
Because we don't want I don't want this to be like an ego favorite show. You know what I mean? Because I don't have egos, but you know what? It's all about you. If you want to talk about it, you can. Who were the guys out there? You want to say it nice and slow so everybody can hear you? Who?
Let's see.
Because before we give them that, I'm gonna give them the warning, right? Because it's coming. There's a warning shot.
I'm gonna
We're
give
gonna
him
give
a
them
warning
their
shot.
warning, but
I'm gonna give him a warning shot.
no, because I'm gonna give them both. See, because you see him, see his face. He looked like Mark Lewis in the last episode right now. He's about ready to get upset. I don't want him to get upset, but I'm gonna give him a fair warning, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna throw our shots. You're
Okay.
gonna throw your shot. You're gonna let them know. But then we got this episode coming. It's called First 48.
Oh my God.
So,
it was
but
the first 48
yeah,
murder.
but we're not. That's for a whole different episode.
I mean, it was
But-
a 48 point.
Hold on, stop. Let him tell him about the 81.
Okay.
Since
What do you remember about?
Because you said Cooney was a part of that 81, right?
No.
He was a part of the 81?
What was that?
No, I didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
No. See, he just.
I'm just trying to make sure we stay on the subject. That's all. Okay. So we're gonna give out that list of who were the guys
What did that
that
feel
were
like that
81.
night? I mean, it was I was there, and I was looking, and I remember I asked the scorekeeper. I said, "How much do Trav got at halftime?" He said, "Coon, he got 48." I said, "Oh, he might get 100." That was because he was so hot. Like the dude was shooting from the beaver's mouth.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a performance like that. But
Let me ask you a question. Was you out on the court? Because you're giving up.
okay,
He's supposed to be telling the story.
Did sports
How's
talk,
he going to be telling the
Did
story if
sports
you're
talk
telling the
beat me?
story? Huh?
did sports talk beat me today?
No. That's why I said I would watch it 81 times. Go ahead. Tell the story.
We had a few guys out there, Stinson and
Who's Stinson?
Derek Stinson. He was out there, I think.
Oh, he was out there.
We got Yates out there. We had.
But didn't he?
Josh
Yates had a good
Sexton.
game though.
Oh, he did. He did.
He did. He just was a victim of that 81.
But he
When a guy shooting
He
with
did a
beaver,
tragic-
what you really gonna
You,
do?
there's nothing you can do.
so y'all throwing shots, but he did a tragic dunk that day.
On who?
You want to answer that?
I mean, I don't know what's going on.
The alley-oop, the inbounds.
Hold on now. I mean,
Hold
out of here.
What do you mean? I don't know. I wasn't there. You were there.
You remember the inbounds? Y'all was blowing Putnam by like 60. But do you remember?
Don't give him that. Just go over the
Do you
play.
remember the?
No, we gotta add that part of
Cisco?
the story.
I
Well,
believe,
hold on.
I believe Cisco.
We gotta make it a
I
complete
believe,
story.
A complete story. So all
I
right.
believe Cisco threw it up, and somebody was there, and Yates watched him. Who was in the middle?
Man, I mean,
No, who
it was
was
a
in the
long
middle?
time ago, man. I mean, that.
You got any?
That's
hits
okay.
on him?
So many things.
It's all right. This is all right.
transpired since then. I mean, it was a beautiful play.
But hold on. Let me help you out here because I know you said you were working on your masters and your doctorates and stuff like that. So sometimes you just gotta breathe.
Yeah,
Just breathe and
exactly.
let it out. Okay, now go ahead and talk so they can hear you. So they can know who that victim was. Was that you?
I mean,
Who was it? Since he's not gonna tell the
I was around. I was around the
You were
vicinity.
playing.
I was in the vicinity. I definitely was in the vicinity. You know what I mean? But
So
I
if it
mean,
was a Sports Illustrated cover, you're part of it.
I probably
I
was.
And so who else is with you?
I think playing for the DJs.
I mean,
I-
all I
I-
saw was sneakers, so I don't know. The
I-
sneakers.
Playing
It was
for
a
the
lot.
Oh, so you say Mr. Jackson was part of it?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yates
I was
was
in the
a.
vicinity.
Yates was a. I mean, Desmond gave a million helmets, but I mean, Yates on that one
He got one.
was vicious. That was Putnam's play of the because
That was the only thing y'all could hold your hats on. Was that
Yeah.
one moment?
we
It was a shining moment.
No,
Right.
it's not. That's not even a shot.
I mean, I saw the violent sneakers and stuff. I didn't know.
No, that's like.
Because they set the pick, the way they set the pick, and then
Yeah.
the way he came off,
And
he came like they set a double.
But it's
pick on
not.
his-
It's not a shining moment. It's like when the
Yeah,
door
he
is shut and somebody left the light on. You can see the light underneath the door. That's exactly. That's that type of moment. Because you said you was up by 60, so we're not gonna give
Yeah.
you that much.
Yeah.
We still Eagles in here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know,
every
he didn't talk about how many dunks Dez had in that game either. You know what I'm saying? He just talked about that one light that was underneath the door that Gates had. And Gates can dunk. You know what I mean? 'Cause he had a good game that day. But it's just a light underneath the door. It's not a shining light. It's just a light underneath
Everybody
the door.
got a shiny moment, though. I mean, there was a Spanish kid with glasses today. He had a shiny. He made one shot. He had a shiny moment as well.
He did.
Sports talk.
He
Whatever.
must have played for Putnam.
No, he played for Salvation Army University. That's where he played.
Maybe he played for Commerce.
Oh, Commerce. Wait.
Was that?
Speaking. Wait.
What?
He didn't even go through his list yet.
I got a question. This has been bothering me too. Commerce guy said,
Yeah.
y'all beat them only by 59, or was it the other number around 95?
That's a real sensitive topic, and sometime I know some of the Commerce players.
No, was it 95? Because if they've been lying to me saying they only got beat by 59, but it really was 95, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind. Was it 95?
I mean, to be brutally honest.
Be brutally honest. I think it was 95. Was it?
Listen,
To be
we're not in the middle chair.
I'm talking about 95 and not the year. Did y'all give them a 95 piece?
I mean, it's a record that still stands today, and we're very proud of that.
Oh, so it was. Y'all beat them by 95.
Yeah, it's a very proud record that we still talk about today. We hold the record for that.
It's funny that
Margin of victory. I mean, in that era of time, you know, a lot of stats weren't really too, you know, there was a lot of stats that weren't being kept at that time.
but that one was kept.
Well, something like that.
And 81 was kept. So 95 and 81 was kept. We're not talking about the year.
48 was kept too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But that's not until the next episode. I forgot about that. That's not until the next episode.
It was kept. It's in the book. It's kept.
It's kept.
I love JP. I love this man, Joe Price, but I love my other boy,
We're not
JP.
going to do that right now. He will have his moment. That right now is not. Right now is about Jim Price.
Is he on the first 48? What I mean, is he the star?
Who?
Josh President. Is he the star of the first 48? He's the star. He's a star player. 48. That's a good number.
Yeah, it
Tremendous
is.
player.
He's a tremendous player.
Damn.
I just want to know who were the victims. You know, I want to know who was the victims. That's all. Because they still looking for that man right now. You know what
I
I
think
mean?
it was Dennis Johnson.
I haven't seen him.
I think it was
You
Dennis. I think it was Dennis Johnson Jr. was on the receiving end. I think Dennis Johnson Jr. was.
We're not going to do that.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be nice.
You need to stop being disrespectful
Oh,
in the
okay.
presence of people.
You right. You right.
You know what I mean?
You right.
He's
That's
trying to pull a Charles Barkley.
Yeah, you know, and that's not even right. We already talked about that.
Dennis
Yeah.
Johnson Jr.
You know,
You
unbelievable.
know what I'm talking about, too.
Back to that list, because Derek Stinson going to be feeling really bad if he's the only name that was called in that 81.
Derek was young though.
Cisco Fernberg was out there.
Yeah.
Josh
And he's a hell of a ball player.
You can't forget one name.
Wright, what's his name?
DeMond Wright.
Well, he was Demond wrong that night.
That's coming from a Beaver, but that's what they do over there anyway.
I mean, they have a good team.
They take shots at Coonzilla, so you know. But Josh, my man, I love Josh. Josh, I mean, he's the first 48.
He was younger back then. He was just coming.
Yeah, he's just coming in his own.
Like,
Josh is a straight killer, man.
And I think his game definitely did progress,
man,
as he got into coming toward like junior, senior year. His game definitely progressed a lot.
He was serious with it.
Oh yeah, definitely so. I mean,
But you was
So
serious.
you're saying the only reason why he had that first 48 is because he had a chip on his shoulder since he got that 81.
I
That's probably the reason why he gave out 48.
I mean, that's and that's the thing. When things like that happen, those are things that you can't erase and you can't.
Right.
It's like having that stain on your shirt that you just can't get off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though you put all the detergent on it and whatever,
Right.
that stain just don't go away. It's kind
Yeah.
of like something like that. So some of those things, I mean, they were kind of like that stain that just doesn't go away. I mean, we talk about it sometimes.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, like
When you say we,
I know.
What players?
like TB and
What does that mean? The tennis ball player?
Oh,
That's
no.
what you say, tennis ball player? When you say
well, he does play tennis now. I mean,
Oh, okay. But I was
He
just. No, I just because he. No, listen.
That guy been whoever this tennis player is. I didn't call him out late.
Oh, okay. All right.
Won't you smoke with me either? No.
But let him finish
Because he's busy
playing tennis.
He's trying to follow the footsteps of Arthur Ashe and all the great ones instead of getting on the court with Coonzilla.
It's good. Arthur Ashe.
Hey, listen, you better stop disrespecting.
Yeah, I know.
You better stop the
I love all my.
He is so
players.
disrespectful. So disrespectful.
I didn't bring up. I didn't know he played tennis.
I didn't
So,
know either.
you
I
know,
just said tennis, and he started giving me laughing like, oh, like it was a
Who
joke or
plays
something.
tennis though?
He
I
hasn't
don't
even
know.
said the name. Who plays tennis, Jeff?
Travis Christmas.
Oh, okay. With that,
I'm sorry about that Arthur Ashe. I'm sorry about that Arthur Ashe.
We're not even
joke,
talking about
man.
somebody completely different.
I shouldn't have said that Arthur Ashe joke, man. I'm
He
sorry.
played
man.
tennis. Yeah, I don't do tennis. I can't do that. It's too much going on.
Okay, so who's the other guys that you still have that
Who
bond?
does he play tennis against?
I don't know. I'm not playing tennis. I know that is not me. But I mean, the Putnam team was definitely a great team. Like all the teams in that era were pretty good.
Wait a minute. That team wasn't good.
I mean,
They won 7 games.
What?
They didn't make the tournament.
I thought they did.
No.
They played.
No, they won 7 games that year. I was upset. I couldn't get away with it.
So maybe he's saying there were some great players on that team. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe not a
There
great
was
team.
there was some-
Maybe some great
There were
players.
some
on
great
that
players,
team.
but for some reason
The
they didn't
Demond
play.
is a. I'll be honest. Demond was a good player.
Yeah.
And also Antonio Yates was a great player.
Cisco
was a great
Josh,
player.
but Josh was young.
Yeah, but then
Josh
there was
was tough.
then there was greatness.
Stenson was good.
Yeah.
But then there was greatness.
Mm.
So what was you saying now?
I mean.
I didn't be. Was that being too disrespectful? I'm just saying they were. I gave them their props.
No, you gave them. You gave my boys their props.
Right, but then I said then there was greatness. So that's why I was having to continue.
I'm being real nice,
I mean, this is. That's why I say like. There's so many layers and so many. The history of the game in Springfield is it has so many layers. You got so many great players, so many different eras and things like that. You go back to Mark Hall, and, all these great players from back in the day. And then you
I got one more question. Then I'll stop because I'm gonna let you, for this year interview. But how you feel about Kristen Leitner? I mean, Kristen Sisson.
Oh.
That hurts, doesn't it? Kristen Sisson.
It's funny.
I mean, you've seen the Thomas Hill, you've seen the Grant Hill to Leitner play, right?
Yeah.
Well, the kid who followed the quarterback, I believe is playing Central, y'all Eagles.
Wow.
I think Duran, Denson, and them,
Okay.
right? Smitty and them.
Yep.
And
Oh.
they threw it from the other end. System Turn called it ice cream at the buzzer. That haunted Central for a long time. And my man Ramon
He got
was riding off in the
Yeah,
sunset.
He got Lahovich.
Yeah, they rolled
He
off.
got-
But that was a hurtful
And that's
thing.
interesting because you say
That
Ramon,
was
because
a-
I'd be in contact with Ramon
Christian
now.
Sisson.
Yeah, he's
Christian
a good dude.
Sisson. Christian Sisson. He did like Lady. Christian Sisson.
But let me
With the 81. Back to that.
no. We don't have to go to 81. We're
Why?
gonna stay right there.
He was part
no,
of the
but
81.
no, we already went to the 81. But
What about
did Ramon do that to you guys?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just
So
saying,
listen,
it's
don't-
Like, you know what?
listen.
It's interesting because he just was
No.
inducted into the Holyoke Public School Sports Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Ramon Collins. He
Give
just-
us- give us-
congratulations to him. I was so happy that
He's
he
a-
invited me to the
he's-
event. I mean, it was a beautiful event. And, he spoke. Really spoke well. They gave him an opportunity to speak and everything like that. He really spoke well. I was very happy to be a part of that moment for him and see him, giving his praise and accolades. and stuff
You
like
remember that
But
band
I'll
too?
tell you what. While I was there, I made sure our worldwide championship ring.
That's right.
Oh!
Did you- Do you remember that?
Good job.
Do you remember the band trip when we all went down to like Connecticut?
Oh, yes.
You guys playing in Ramon.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the crack that I said on I'm just not. Well, I said I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be nice. I'm be nice. But that was you see, we had a lot of moments in time that proved that Eagles and Beavers can coexist.
Oh, they do. But for this moment, they don't.
Yo,
There's
Trav.
always going to be a separation.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to be on that side, and I'm going to be
Yo,
on this
you know
side.
something? Trav, I still continue to play on that court. Switch to tennis, man. I don't like that. You need to come back to the side and give Kunzilla a shot.
Yeah.
We don't want no more tennis.
So my next question is, let's talk about the practices,
Mm.
right?
I heard y'all used to boss the first team. You, boy. I heard y'all used to Tone Wallace cool.
Would you let him answer the question? You didn't even give him a chance to, we don't even know what happened. Let him tell it.
I'm trying to be okay. I'm sorry. I was just so excited about hearing y'all 17.
We want to hear the story. Tell us the story. What happened?
In terms of what? In
What
terms
y'all
of
did to the first
the
team?
practices,
Yeah, how intense were
they were very intense practices. I mean, you're talking about going against first unit that are like
they? Now, who was
Like,
that first
yeah.
unit?
Des,
Yeah.
Ron, Trav, Edgar, Fred Smith. Yeah, them five.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you think about that unit, of course, all of us, we were.
But you were like off and on in between.
Yeah. So it's like you have a team like that, a civil like that. And those guys are just all of them are tremendous players and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I think, those are the guys that put us, beating on USA Today, top 25.
Yeah.
So
We're part of that though. You and boy.
yeah, in practice, that I think that's what made it so intense because you had such a high level. You couldn't. There was no time to play around, even in practice. Like you're gonna get embarrassed. You're gonna be messing around and doing stuff like that. So I think the practices were chances that actually prepare things for later because then when we were in games, of course, the second unit coming, you're really not gonna
Fall off.
yeah because we are used to that grind against the practice. You know what I'm saying?
So I didn't have a
But I'm saying we
second
would definitely have Mr. Burns quite upset.
But-
we break the press and stuff. Do our thing, break the press, boy.
At Putnam, I didn't have our second unit guy was like the Danny Cole, so it didn't really make me work. So I wasn't blessed like them to have these guys as a second unit to come at me as a starter. Where I had like the Danny Coles of the world. I had guys from Walmart, guys from the Peach store as backups, whereas they had legitimate Jim Price, could have started anywhere. Ant Boy could have started anywhere.
Yeah.
Them two could start anywhere. So
They
I
had-
heard,
They had what? Even Supreme.
yeah, Supreme, my man Supreme. I heard that boy
Yeah. Shouts out to
was
Tom
cutting
Wallace.
some of y'all starting guards off.
Who's that?
Ant Boy, I heard he was giving some of your starting guards the business. Was it true?
It was very.
Was it true? Don't sugarcoat. I heard he made somebody do the splits. Like they was dancing in fame.
I mean,
Like they was dancing in fame. Yo, did my man Ant Boy make somebody, who did he make do the splits?
I mean, I'm not.
Was it
You know,
tennis?
how do they say? What
Did
happens
he
in
do the
practice
tennis?
stays. What happens in practice stays in practice.
See? No, this
Hold on,
This
wait,
is-
hold on.
What happened?
Let's.
you going in the yo.
It's either you're
Did-
living or alive.
Did
All I'm
he
asking you to do is answer the
make?
question.
Did he make tennis player do the splits on practice? Because I heard he did.
I mean, there could be some relevance of
Truth to that.
Listen, there is no relevance.
It
Did he do
happen.
it or he didn't?
Did
You're
he?
going in the cup, and we don't want you to be a living line. You be the first living line on this show.
I'll say what I will say is that the practices were very competitive.
It's in the cup. We wanted to. I wanted to know. Did he make him do the Leroy from Fame splits? The Frankie Hatchet splits. Did he make him do the Frank Hatchet splits? I heard he did. I heard he was doing guards ugly.
Listen,
They had to sign off things, confidentiality waivers, man. So I mean, what happens in practice stays in practice. So due to confidentiality constraints, that we sign waivers on all this stuff. That is
So
it.
it must have
I'm
happened.
not at privy to totally say. But I will tell you, man, there was definitely some heavy stuff.
but I just wanted to just let you know,
There was definitely some
congratulations.
heavy
Yes.
Congratulations, because you are our first living line. So with that being said,
That's good. I heard this too.
hold on. I want to ask some more questions, right? Because we see the competitiveness, right?
Yeah.
And this is the thing the reason why we bringing it up is because when we have practice, right?
Yeah.
Being a coach and coaching these kids, they don't really understand what it is like to compete and why you go at each other hard in practice.
Exactly.
So it didn't matter if it was, Trav or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
You had to put some type of pressure on Trav because he needed something to be able to go back out there
Exactly.
and perform.
Exactly.
And vice versa for boys
Exactly.
or even Moose.
Mhm.
Even Moose.
Yeah.
Everybody had to play their role
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Electric slide. The electric slide went on up in Central Gym.
Yeah.
I heard the electric slide, man. I heard it got created by Ant Boy. I heard Ant Boy was making the boys skate like they was at the ice rink. Yo, you can't answer?
I mean,
He's already in the line. He doesn't have to answer. He's in the cup.
Because I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. One of my
how about this? What I'll do?
You can pull it out the cup. You want to try it again?
I'll talk to the people that be and say, hey, can we break confidentiality?
no, you can break on this show. On this show, you can break it.
He wants to go. He wants to go 10 episodes down and say, "Hey, now we can answer it 2 episodes down the road." That's not good for an episode. It's either you answer it or you don't. It's either you're living or a line or you're a living line.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat and say I'm waiting for my players to hear this at Putnam. I know one of my players, my homegirl, Marie Boone,
Oh,
beat him one-on-one like 15-9. Yeah, she beat Danny Coles like he stole something. She beat Danny Coles like he stole something.
you those sweet chickens?
Yeah,
Yo.
you're right.
Yo,
He stole
Marie
three
Boone
chickens.
beat him one-on-one. The only
This
guy
is true.
varsity player that I know that got beat by a female.
No.
But he said he was better than me.
But that wasn't practice.
It should never happen. Goodness. I gotta stop taking shots. I gotta stop taking shots.
I guess so.
Oh,
Didn't really happen. See, over at Putnam,
that's rough.
we don't hide evidence. You gotta stop hiding. Did he do the electric slide Electric
I
slide.
think there was some occasions where there was electric slide.
Right.
Oh, did Aunt
What I'm
Boyd?
saying.
Did Aunt Boyd make them do the electric
I
slide?
mean, he was a real slippery guy.
Yeah.
He was a real
Great
slippery guy.
answer.
I mean,
Great answer.
You were, you really had to,
Right.
yeah, because he'd break loose on you.
Yeah. But it was, but shouts out to
Aunt
Boyd, yeah.
Um,
my God.
and-
I still think in touch with you.
But now,
Boyd was
in touch with him.
Boyd is a phenomenon player.
on a serious note, though,
He was.
this is something I'll never forget. To me, y'all winning the state championship wasn't y'all most amazing feat. I knew once y'all got there, y'all was going. I knew that. But anyway, you guys won. I knew it. The most amazing feat what I seen, because I was talking to him while I was down there. You guys beat some monsters in North Carolina.
That's what that.
And I heard you dunk on a certain NBA guy. Wait, who was it? Was it SW? And I ain't talking about SWB.
Hold on.
Did you dunk on SW?
I mean,
Sharon Wright. Did you give him a helmet? I heard you did.
So let me tell you something.
Or I heard you block the shot. You did something.
Confidentiality is always.
No, wait.
Oh, he didn't do that. No.
This is not.
He's not even from here.
We're going to break confidentiality.
Yes,
For
yes.
that specific, because of practice thing, and what happens practice team
Where
probably.
did Dez come from?
So
Oh, hold on. But this is the thing.
I will say that the experience down there was one of the most unique experiences because you had everybody in that place that was packed that absolutely did not like us.
Yeah.
I've never had so many people at the same time boo and be so over the top with their hate whatever for our team.
Oh, is that bad?
It's like, boo. I mean,
And
it
you
was a heavy
guys-
boo. Like,
You guys
So how was-
represented
how-
Springfield.
How was it when you guys came through in there and heard all of that? How did you guys react with each other? Like, did y'all shiver up, or was it like, yo, we about to go kill
Yeah,
you?
we got ball.
I think it
What
actually,
what was the
It
conversation?
motivated y'all, didn't it?
yeah, it kind of brought us together, I think, if anything more.
Yeah.
Because, it's like us against the world, basically, down there.
Was there any like special moment where somebody said something that you could remember? I know it's like eons ago, but was there a special moment that somebody said, "Yo, this"?
I know one.
Well, hold on. I'm asking him. You might answer.
Because he's not going to answer what I'm going to ask
Well,
him. I want to know if this happened.
Well, let me see if we're gonna answer this first, right? Was there any moment at that particular time when you guys are going in there and you're hearing all this other stuff and seeing everything? Did anybody say, whether it be the team or the coach, say anything to you guys going in there? What was said to you guys getting ready to play here
I mean,
in North Carolina, right?
we would have our own, even though the coach would say whatever, we would have our own huddles too, talking about things that we need to do or change or adjustments and stuff too. So even whatever Bird would say, we always had our own thing. We made a thing like 1, 2, 3 together. That was our thing. So
That was it.
yeah, and then we went out there and we'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do what we need to do. Like,
Okay.
we're gonna block out all the booing
Yeah.
and play some ball. You know what I mean? Now, in reference to what you were saying,
Did this motivate
About-
y'all?
that's
Don't
another-
go this way,
now,
don't go that way.
I'm
And
just-
somebody got stripped, and
Oh.
another player from Danbury dunked it. And Harris said, don't go this way. Did he say, don't go this way, don't go that way? Then he picked them and went the other way. Who got picked?
I mean,
No. Who got picked?
I mean,
That had to motivate y'all when he did that. What I'm saying, that's the play.
oh yeah, and I
that
mean,
got y'all
Talk
hooked.
about it.
Who did he rip like that?
Listen. It's 32 years ago.
Yes.
Good Lord!
Yo,
I didn't know you were
grabbing-
setting up.
Grabbing
Game.
grabbing
at that time, at that time,
Who
Anthony
did he
Harris,
rip?
All American.
Who?
All American.
Anthony Harris.
Yeah, Anthony Harris,
Okay.
All American.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Nasty.
this player nasty. He was definitely nasty. He used to be the big Full House. Remember he
Did he
Full
block
House?
somebody's dunk too?
I mean,
Did he block somebody's dunk at Hill House?
Yes, he did.
Cool. You didn't let him finish the question. Let him answer the first part. And see where he jumps in there. Hold on to it.
Okay.
I want to hear it. They want to hear it. Tell us.
What did he strip?
He stripped somebody wearing some elegant silver. I would say. It was very elegant.
Oh
No.
It was a very elegant. I mean,
What does he do now? Is the player, what does he do now as a hobby?
I mean,
You only gotta say that. If you say what he does, we'll know who it is.
watches boxing matches too.
No, does he
I
happen?
mean, that's true.
No,
too.
does he
That's-
happen Does he happen to play Serena and Venus Williams in
I
that
mean,
sport?
I,
Was it
now,
him?
Harris, I mean,
No. Did Anthony Harris?
he had his time. I
Did
mean,
he rip a tennis
he
player?
had his shiny moment. I'm not gonna say that.
Did he rip
He
a
had
tennis
a
Hold
player?
on, hold on. This I didn't even know we were doing that.
And then-
This is
but-
what we're doing.
But
They went out there and made some noise.
They did.
You're gonna try to rip one of
No.
This is unbelievable.
I'm
No,
not
that's
knocking
all
on
right.
the Eagles.
But go
I'm
ahead.
saying, is that one play that got you guys really motivated
Actually,
after it
not
happened?
at that moment because we were already up like 15 or something.
Oh.
At that time. So I mean, like I said, you gotta have some shining moments. And when you're losing, like, I mean,
And so
you gotta try to have some. I mean, okay, you said
Snake
great
was a
game.
monster.
This is something that happened, but we lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but
so,
that didn't
I mean,
happen.
they played a good game. They had a good game plan. I mean, they
who's they?
Harrison,
Danbury.
Danbury, Connecticut. They had,
Okay.
I could tell they had a game plan in terms of trying to slow us down and defeat us from our press that we didn't run and things of that nature and our half court pressure too. They were doing like little things to try to offset a lot of that, like speed up the tempo of the game so we couldn't get sub, things like that.
Yeah.
They were down a little bit. But as the game wore on, you know, sometimes talent prevails, and I don't think Anthony Harris at that time, he had players to help him, but
He
not
was
on the
a-
level that we.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was just.
yeah.
Y'all was just too deep.
Yeah. So I mean,
I have to say,
was that now what round was that? Was that
that was the first one.
that was the first round? And so,
So
they had,
we had them go to.
so Danbury had 15.
They had 15.
They ate 15.
Oh, they ate 15.
They ate 15.
So, but then they had to go to the next round and do the. How they say it when you go to the losers bracket or something.
You don't know. You wasn't
we
listening.
don't care about that.
Listen, you don't even know.
I know.
Right
we
there.
were going, yeah, we were moving
Anthony
up.
Harris is there.
We
We're
were-
gonna drop him in the cup. We're gonna drop him in the cup.
Yo, Snake.
Shouts out to Anthony Harris and Danbury.
Snake, I didn't say that, Snake.
Now,
You know.
the next round was intriguing because that matchup was more like, I think, more evenly matched because they have athletic wings and they have players who can create shots. And of course, they had many players.
How was he?
He was like, I mean, he was just,
His jumpers.
oh, it was like, we would play like a 1-3-1 zone, trapping zone, and if he made it hard to even trap because he would shoot it before you even really get a chance
Did he
to get the thing. Like, I mean, some of his shots were almost like something like a half court. I mean, I will give it to him.
Was it 39 times?
It was actually 42 times.
Oh,
Oh, he had 42.
Yeah.
Wow.
he had more than 31, didn't he? Yeah, he had 42.
So let me ask you this question: who won that game?
I mean, he went to North Carolina.
Well,
He wanted to play.
Did he win that game?
I mean, he was all.
Did he win
Did he
that
show?
game?
No, right?
Did they advance or did you advance?
Did y'all beat Carter?
Well, I mean, they had to go to losers bracket.
Oh, well, at that time,
At that time.
guess where that lady goes in?
Gardner, Donald Williams,
Gardner,
Right, he's in the cup. He's in the cup. So that 42 don't mean anything.
The biggest challenge of all was a 7-foot monster who, at the time, I know he had a tragedy that week. His father passed away. So it didn't seem like, from what I hear, he wasn't in it. His head wasn't in it. Or do you think that was not an excuse? But did they kind of use that as an excuse? Because I think you blocked his shot like twice. Dez dunked on him like twice. That's what I heard. Did that happen? Did you block his shot like twice? And did Dez dunk on him twice?
Well, I did get it one time. The other time I wasn't that successful. But that's
What? Wait.
No, hold on.
Did you get a helmet?
Do you guys
Did he
realize
dunk on you?
every time y'all say, well,
Did he dunk on you?
you know,
No, because he said he wasn't that. Did
but cool.
Did Sharon dunk on you?
Thank you. Please say the name.
Did Sharon Wright dunk on you, Jim?
Sharon Wright, the guy who went to the Grizzlies?
That went to Sixers and Grizzlies. Did he dunk on you in that
Listen,
game?
let me tell you something.
No.
You got the wrong color, brother.
He's 6'10".
Did he dunk on you? I don't
That
care
dude
about.
was like 2'6".
He's not
He's a
answering.
muscle guy. You know what I mean?
Did he
Now,
give you a helmet?
Don't worry, you good. Just answer the question.
Did,
Good.
did
Because there's
he,
Now,
another.
listen.
You gotta remember, but this did it happen? It's part of the game.
I mean,
Please, you didn't rip your shirt off, did you?
Oh no!
Okay.
You wasn't bleeding enough, right? You wasn't bleeding
The
enough.
crowd was booing so heavy and loud. Boo! Time out.
So,
Oh, they were cheering. Actually, they cheered.
So he did
Cheering.
dunk on you.
I mean, so let me tell you.
No. He's underhand. He's under.
Let me tell you, this is
Right.
you're playing at the back of 1-3-1. You got to go back
and forth.
to the other side. Okay?
Yeah.
So if anything happens, and like you're not where you're supposed to be, and then they get in the middle or wherever, sometimes they had two guys on the boxes trying to bring it that way too.
Okay.
And so in that particular instance, I had made my move. I did right.
Well, you were at the
I was
back.
on the other side.
You were at the back.
And then our other side of it, somehow, they were like fixing or whatever, so coming off the pick, coming.
And where were you?
I was, this is
You were running.
Oh yeah, I said, this is my down. I'm fucking match. We don't
That's
do
right.
that around
That's
here.
right.
We don't play those kind of games.
Yeah.
We Eagles. We don't do that around
You
here.
fly high.
You know what I mean?
Did you get dunked on?
So I went over there.
Did you catch a helmet?
What was going on? I mean, I'm looking up. He's a big, tall human being. I say that. I'm 6'5",
Yeah.
and this guy, he was a tree. He was a solid tree.
Yeah.
So I went over there and investigated, poke my head in there and see what's happening.
And did it happen?
Did it happen?
So he jumped and I jumped.
And what happened?
Did that go chest to chest like Eminem?
Now his chest did. I felt the nudge. I felt the nudge. I felt the nudge. Then I said, oh, I'm in there. I'm like, it doesn't look like this is gonna turn out the way I want it.
Okay.
So you got dunked on?
Barely.
He
Very
turned
hard.
it over two hands, but
Was it a Hubbard dunk?
I just tell you,
Was it a Hubbard dunk?
it wasn't a Hubbard though.
It wasn't a Hubbard. I don't know where he's going
It
with
wasn't
this.
a Hubbard. It definitely wasn't a Hubbard.
All right.
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
But it was
Wait,
no.
did I miss something at Hubbard?
I don't know.
Cool, let's not go there. Let's stay where we at.
Yeah.
So Jim, you got dunked on.
Yeah, he hammered it pretty good.
He hammered it.
But I'll
pretty
tell you
good.
what.
Wow.
Now, hold
He
on.
didn't just bump me out of the chest out of the air that easy.
Right.
It wasn't
Did
like
he
just
dance
bumped me out.
after it?
He earned it.
He earned that.
He didn't do none of this or nothing
No,
like
he
that.
wasn't. No, they were dancing.
No dancing.
Yeah.
Right.
I
He
mean,
didn't do the motorcycle?
he did a little tap dance thing, like going across back to the.
Who else
what they
did
call
that?
it, time.
Yeah.
I said that. I told him that was disrespectful.
Right.
Have you ever seen somebody else do that?
Dude, I mean,
Dance?
I've seen people.
Yeah. Have you seen the Soul Train dance? Have you seen the Soul Train dance? Has it?
I mean, I've seen people.
You don't have the
You
answer.
don't have the answer.
You're fine.
You're
You're
fine.
okay.
You're fine, Jim.
Remember, I told you because you went to the classes, you got everything. You breathe. Just
I mean,
breathe. You're
yeah.
alright. You're okay.
I like the
But I
command.
mean, get back to it. Yeah, he did. What you bring this stuff? Yeah, I mean, I applauded him after.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
after
I heard
the
you
whistle
punch.
blows and stuff, and after it was done, I said we held up the trophy, and
Hold on. You did what?
after the game was over, I said,
So he dunked on you, right? How much did he have?
he got me good.
And guess
You
who
didn't know
goes in
they
the
had a
cup?
good game.
Guess who goes in the cup?
Sharon Wright.
Sharon Wright. Did he get the W? No. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He couldn't fly high enough with the Eagles.
Now I will say
Nobody could.
that was probably one of the most impressive plays or segments of the game. That particular game, because after that happened, everybody was like, "No man, don't worry about that." I was like, people get dumped.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all right. It's part of it. Des was like, "Yo, don't worry."
Big bro came in. Yeah.
I'm good with that. We ain't gonna let that slide.
And Yates said, "Don't worry too." To Sharon Wright, I got you.
So I mean, half court transfer. It's like, I'm like, who is he? I didn't know exactly, but then it was like, oh my goodness. Like on the other end, it's like Des is all up near the top of the box.
Yeah,
It was just ridiculous. And he just like, boom.
I heard
let's
Trav
go
just
crazy.
went. I heard Trav went bananas in that tournament. I mean, that Boyd said Trav was doing stuff that, like, you see at Rutgers.
I mean, it was.
I heard it was special. He averaged
I
like
mean,
30 something.
he was his talent.
He averaged like 30 something down there.
Yeah, he was displaying his talent and he was showing.
Brett Smith was awesome.
I mean,
Dez was awesome. He had a triple double against Sharon Wright. That was That's what impressed me
Yeah, the
because
captain over
Sharon
the
Wright
night,
was the
nothing
NBA guy.
But you know what, too? This is the thing, and that's, I'm glad you brought some of those things up. So this thing adds up, all their points and everything else. But it doesn't matter how many points you actually have. You didn't come out with the W. You know what I mean? And so that's the point. The reason why I'm putting it out there is important for these kids to know that you can put as many points you want on the bucket, but if you don't come with the W, to come back with that hardware, it don't matter. You know what I mean?
You know the difference from our era, what the gyms in our era. The difference from our era is Central could have folded by seeing some of them names down there.
There you go.
Like seeing a Donald Williams, Sharon Wright, who you knew was going to the NBA, McDonald's All-American. Seeing who else was down there was Anthony Harris. You guys could have said to yourself, "All right, man, these guys are big names." That's the problem with this era. They hear about certain big names and they're already beat. You guys didn't care about that. Y'all wiped that tournament, and I was proud for y'all because I was like, that put Springfield on the map. In my eyes. That tournament right there put Springfield on the map. And then what do you know? Over 20 years later, Putnam brought Springfield right back on the map. The only team to win back-to-back state titles.
Yeah.
First team in history.
Yeah.
Special. Four
You
straight.
know what? And that's
Four straight Western Mass. No. 5 straight Western Mass titles.
Oh yeah. So I mean, that was tremendous for the
Yeah.
The way it was,
Great,
like, to be able to be consistent, win on a consistent level. Because a lot of times, I mean, when you're losing seniors and stuff like that, when you're having other players who have to step into that role, filling in the roles what the starters might have left seniors, I don't know. That's almost sometimes hard to do.
What surprised
To have
me,
consistent winning like that, consistency.
Yeah.
there was the greatest eagle of them all. And me and him would talk at the Putnam games, and I was like, yo, Trav, you here? I can't believe you here, man. What's up? He said, yo, I came to check the Putnam boys out, man. I know you proud of me, man.
Yeah.
He said, I come watch them. He said, these boys was down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, for them to get Trav to come out and like follow them through the states, because he said he's been doing it for a couple of their state runs. And because the first state run, I didn't see him up there, but he said he went to the game. He said, this team reminded him of them, not as a team, but their dominance.
Yeah.
Because you guys, it was to the point of, when Trav was a senior, it was like, you knew you guys were going to win, but I was saying how much are you going to beat these teams by out here. And you guys went undefeated. And I forgot where you guys finished nationally, but it was high. What's that finish, like 16th or 14th? 15th in the nation, which
is, I mean,
is ridiculous when you think about who was around
during that time.
Yo, like you had everybody. And for Trav and y'all, for you, Trav and company to go down there and win that, as a Beaver, I give much love.
Can you go like this? All right, go ahead.
Oh. He set me up. He set me up. But I like to commend no because I just wish
we're all Springfield.
I just wish some of these Durant certain Eagles would give that Putnam team their props because what made them special, they did it with their biggest player being like 6'3".
Yeah.
And they beat a team that had 2 Division I players, 6'8" kid, that Dave Morrell's only like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
And he was giving it to, so Putnam was the second best team that I saw. Third best team that I've seen.
All those teams
No. They're the third best team I've seen in Western Mass. The first best team I've seen, y'all guys. Then Maurice Blake in the first team to win the state championship.
You can't forget about that. But how you say those?
The reason I say y'all was,
but the getting in the way of the bricklayers. Yeah,
I'm not saying.
away, you know,
I'm just saying like this.
shout out to all those players.
I'm just saying they won the first year of existence state title.
Yeah.
They might, if they had time together like that, they might could have been the best team from Central because that team was loaded with Sean Rogers, Devron Vassar, Mike Martin, Lee Lee, and the best player in some time, Maurice Blake. Well, a lot of guys, listen. I remember when a certain person, they tried to send him at Maurice Blake. He was in junior high school, Duggan Junior High School. I told somebody, do not suit that kid up to play Blake one-on-one. Don't do it. And oh man, Blake made this Duggan star. Man, look mediocre, dog. Yo, Blake killed him like he's supposed to. Not taking up the Travis was great, but
Blake was 45 years old.
But it just show you no. Like a lot of people didn't. When you talk about Central basketball, you guys can mention other players, but nobody mentions the Lohovich winner Maurice Blake, and he averaged 20 points a game.
Yeah.
Wait, it seems low, but there was no threes back then.
Yeah, that's what's so.
So that's what makes his was all twos. That's what makes imagine all Blake did was shoot threes. I used to go to the game. All he would do from shoot from 30, he would hit like 7 of them a game. And I was like, if there was threes back then, he would average like 35 a game. And he had letters from like Wake Forest. I don't know what happened, but Maurice Blake. Them 3 teams, y'all, that other Central team and the Putnam team, I think Putnam, though, as far as the run, had the best run. Because 2 state titles. And they put Russell past 5 times. I mean, to me, that's the best run that I've seen. Yeah. Not that they're the best team. Yeah, to me, they were the best. Listen, you guys had way more talent than them. But as far as a team that played the best together, I give them, they played the best together because they didn't care who scored. Like I'm sure Trav, I'm sure y'all had battles where I'm gonna score these 30s. The Putnam kids didn't. They didn't care. Everybody scored like 14, 15. Right, Clyde? You went to a lot of games. Everybody knew their roles on that Putnam team. Yeah. Like John was to D you up. Giselle was to get electrifying dunk. Dave Morrell was to wear you out down low. Bynum was to get the rebound. Ty Nichols was to cut you up. And dude, it was, man. And a lot of people, even from Putnam, who I get mad when they say this, because we're Putnam.
Talking against another Putnam?
Yeah, they're not that.
That's what they do all the
time.
time.
We was that.
That's a Putnam thing. You know.
No. Wait a minute. You don't see me doing that.
What's that?
Down in my Putnam team. The only team I'm down. I don't even talk about last year. Oh, what were the coaches? I don't even know the coaches. Whatever. I don't know the coaches. They were one in 100 last year. 1 in 100. Yes.
Is he talking?
Well, I think
who's the coach?
He's on a roll right now.
I don't know who the coach is.
He's on a roll. That's all I can say. He's on a roll.
I'm being nice to him. I don't know. Who's the coach?
He's on a roll right now, so I'm just not going to be bothered with it.
I mean, that's a Putnam thing. I don't have
anything.
Do you know the coach? No. Why
I just know that you're on a roll right now.
No, who's the coach? I'm not trying to be funny. Who is the coach at Putnam? I don't know. The season was so bad. I'm disturbed as a Putnam fan. Who's the coach at Putnam now? I don't know.
So you're saying they
Bobby Golson?
No, they've been losing on the road all the time. So
what? They're what?
They're losing
in the road.
In a row, because you said they went 1 for 100. So they've been losing on the road. So I'm not gonna call nobody's name. I'm just gonna leave it alone because that's not my business. I just try to stay out of it. You know
I just don't know the coach.
I guess we can't. I don't even know who's over there.
I guess I have to.
That they've been losing on the road because he said it was 1 in 100. So that's how I put it together. So I don't know who the coach is.
Can you roll your Central vote somewhere else? Can you roll? Yo,
I got another question to ask you. Can I ask you another
Okay,
question?
ask him now.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Hold up. I want to talk about losing on the road for 1 in 100 and to be shaming themselves. But that's a whole different subject. But
Now,
I got-
still didn't tell me the name of the coach.
I don't know. That's your school.
I don't
That's
know.
public business. I ain't
We
gonna lie.
can't say nothing because that's
Maybe
not
some of
my.
the public players out there.
What school did the coach go to? Did he play with my boy Kellogg?
Well, I thought you didn't know.
No, I heard something about this.
Do we got to throw you in the cup?
No.
So who's the coach?
Blue Roll.
Okay.
Oh, I just guessed that. I didn't know.
Shout out to DK too, man. Derek Kellogg.
Shout out.
That's my next
Shout out to
question.
DK.
Since we
Does
did.
anybody want to disrespect my man Derek Kellogg here?
Yeah, man.
How special was he?
He's unbelievably special, man. I mean, when you have a player like that, everyone would say things about maybe the athleticism and stuff like that, whatever the case is, but the dude can flat out play. Like, you know what I mean? You don't become the point guard for the #1 college team in the nation for, I mean, there was for multiple seasons.
Yeah.
You know, you have to understand this stuff, but you have to have somebody to facilitate and run on.
Set the table.
Set the table.
He was a
And he
great
was the guy who
defender.
would do that.
Yeah.
And a great defender as well. So, I mean, I've always had
A lot of
high
people
praise in
said-
regards to that.
Yeah, a lot of people said, "Oh, he wasn't that good, Shell." You
Oh, my
I said, "Stop it," because, and somebody said at Hubbard he wasn't giving no business. He was a murderer. I mean, he could have caught a fake case out there. He was a serial
Oh,
killer,
I mean, he was tough.
right? I mean,
He was no joke.
you would just go like this. You would say, "Jesus, this guy can just score."
Now, even with that being said, I think their team was actually the toughest team that always gave us absolute fits because I mean they would take their time and move the ball around the cathedral.
Remember that game?
Oh yeah, we
But
won
yeah.
by 1 point.
But there's a reason why.
No, I don't care what the reason was.
You know what the reason is.
Kellogg had, listen, he had, okay,
Think
this is who
about
he
it.
had on his team.
Hold on, wait, before we go there. What was the reason why they kept it that close?
I mean they moved the ball around and
But what was not
they
in,
didn't let us get into.
no, hold on, no. What was not being used at that time?
Shot clock.
A shot clock. So all they did was
I don't want to hear that because
All
everybody
they-
played on the same rule. The thing is,
they hold the ball. They
What
didn't
you
want to
call
get
it-
the 95
what
like
you call
college
it-
did.
this
That's the
is
reason
one-
why.
no.
If there was a shot clock,
listen,
it would have been over.
Wait, but this is one game, and I love Edgar. This is one game that I seen Kellogg cut up some defenders.
Yeah,
Like they couldn't strip him.
he
Yeah.
had handles.
And he had guys like that play at Calhoun Park on his team. He had guys like
You gotta give them dudes their props, man.
Yeah, I know.
You, listen, they only. This is the number 20. What? 25 in the nation or 8 in? What was
At
it?
that time, 15.
15.
Yeah.
And losing only by 1,
well because it was because
even though they didn't have no shot
it was
clock.
because let's get this straight though. The reason why it was close like that is because of one man, Derek Kellogg, and he was hitting his open shot and he controlled. Listen,
Controlling the
he
tempo.
controlled the game. They lost
Yeah.
by 1 or 2. I mean, and I couldn't believe. Yo, I'm like this. You know me. I was rubbing my hands together. Because I was like, DK my boy, but they my boy too. But, you know, it's that Putnam Central thing.
Yeah, boy, you hear that? Well, go ahead.
It's that boy. See, yeah, boy, you see the instigate? You see, yeah, boy.
It's just
You
something-
see him
I'm just
instigating?
saying, you gotta trust your friends. I'm just pick your friends the right way, and that's all I'm saying.
You see that, Ed?
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Kellogg did something, and that's why I said, if you give him, because it was like always, you know, Trav was so great, but if you switch roles, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you put Kellogg with Jim, Boyd, Edgar, Fred, Dez, it's the same thing because Kellogg can get you 30 as well. But he wouldn't have had to do that.
Wait. That's not the same thing. Let's not do that. It's
It
not.
would have been the same outcome.
No.
They would have got a state championship.
They probably would have got a state championship. But you gotta remember, I'm not
I know.
disrespecting nothing like
I
that.
know.
but he averaged 30 points a game out there in North Carolina.
And guess what Kellogg averaged that year?
What? No.
28 a game, I'm saying.
In North Carolina?
No, but
Against Monroe Wright?
Kellogg could have won.
Against all the limits that we just put in the cup?
Wait, I got a question.
You see what I'm saying?
I got a question.
You can't compare. I'm not taking nothing for Kellogg is who he is.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Right?
Kellogg compete against all them dudes that y'all played against?
I mean, he could definitely compete. I'm not saying.
Let me ask you this question. We're going to make it real simple. Who are you picking between Kellogg and Trav?
You start the team.
I love you, DK.
Yo!
Listen, that's honest. That's honesty. But just with that moment right there tells you, even if they would have switched team, that tell you how special.
Cathedral wouldn't have beat Central if Kellogg was there regard. If he had them, it was just Travis scored. No,
I don't know.
No, because Travis been getting trapped. And I tell you this
Who's
right
gonna
now.
tackle?
Kellogg and Edgar. And Kellogg, what you don't realize about him, he was a lockdown defender. Trav even said Kellogg gave him fits a lot. So you put,
He
I
was
remember
physically strong.
you put Edgar. Remember when Edgar and Kellogg was in that UMass backcourt playing defense? Yo, it was like they were clamping down on guards, man.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So what I'm saying is, regardless of what, if you switch roles, if you put
What's
Trav
name was
on Cathedral,
Yeah.
you put Kellogg with y'all still win the state championship because y'all. It wasn't just Trav.
Yeah.
You had an All-American another point guard, Edgar. Right? Then you had you. You had AB. You had block shot sensation that I ain't seen that with Dez. I mean, the guy averaged like 9 blocks a game. Fred Smith averaged like 24, 25.
Yeah. I mean,
So, I mean,
crazy
this was.
combination.
I mean, gym team. I used to watch them play. I used to go see. That's how I know I didn't get 81 dropped on me. Like somebody said from Putnam, I got 81 dropped.
Who said that? Somebody really said that?
Nah, but he didn't want to tell you, even though he had his waiver on and he couldn't play, he still wore his black and gold socks on that day. So you know who he was pulling from.
That is a no.
He wore black and gold socks. That's why he had the 81, because they had black and gold socks on, and Trav was out there playing for him because he wanted to make sure that Trav had got 81 because he had his black and gold socks on. So shouts out to that man that was wearing black and gold socks.
I gotta say it. When we talk about 81, that performance was something that really had me bugging. Like, did he just do this? The moves he was doing, like in the air, switching hands, shooting from the Beaver's mouth. I think he shot from his front too.
I mean,
like
I don't like that.
But as a Putnam man, I'm like, because the year before, we know they beat us, but we know I held them to 17.
I think everybody on that team had double digits that game too, right?
So
Which the game?
The 81 game.
No. The box score was there, and everybody said, and Mr. Cooney wasn't in the box score. Edgar had double digits.
Yeah.
Nobody really had a lot of points after that.
Well,
Well, damn, Trav had 81, so how many more points you need?
I mean, I contributed my heavy dose too.
Yeah, Jim Price did good. Jim Price had a good game.
That was the 6 hard points that I did.
Fred had like 12.
When I dropped those
Fred
6
Smith
points,
had like 12.
that was a 6
like-
hard points.
Like, just think about it. This man had 81.
So you had a single, 6 blocks.
Oh, yeah, man.
six.
Hey, man. I was, we was about contributing.
He had a
Reach
666.
your goal winning.
He had a 666, man.
Oh no, we don't do that here. You might have had a 7 somewhere. Yeah, no 666. We ain't doing that here. Y'all had a 666, but we didn't have no 666.
We had a
7.
We had a 488. We had a 488 by Mr. Presley.
Well, that's a whole different.
I can't
episode.
wait to see
You're
my
gonna have
job.
We're gonna have to wait. You know, you took the abuse, but we not finished yet.
Y'all
You
abusing
have-
me this show.
Huh?
But I'm a good
No,
sport about it.
it's love.
Y'all abusing me like a certain body got abused today.
This is interesting. We're talking about. So I had went to. I think I had went to that restaurant, 99 restaurant.
Yeah.
This is over by the plaza.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had, well, this is maybe like good months, couple good months. I walk in there, you know, sit down, eating and stuff, and then I'm sitting in the booth, and I'm looking at the wall. You know how they have pictures and everything, and then I see a picture of the Central team that had like Smitty and all of them.
Why was he on the wall?
And I'm like, the booth is here, and the picture's like straight ahead.
Wait,
like this.
was it?
And then the picture of them on the wall, and I'm like,
Wait a minute.
I can start
Yo,
some more trouble.
was it the team that lost the
Restaurant
Christian?
99
Was it-
had a picture
was
of
it-
their team
Was
on the
it?
wall?
Was it the team that lost the Christian Sisson? That team you talking about? Why were they on the wall?
I know it was.
They didn't win. Did they win the chip? They didn't win. You guys brought Springfield on the map.
I was like,
So why was he on it?
Wow.
Did y'all have fun times in Central afterwards,
absolutely.
after games?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talk about things. I mean, but that was. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
it's a fun time.
Wait, listen,
Did y'all go to dances and stuff?
Do not get caught up in his trickery.
Did y'all?
They're Putnam issues and they're Putnam issues. We don't divide.
Oh yeah, we don't
We
divide.
don't divide.
I'm saying, did
So
they have
we're
fun?
very
Okay.
proud that they're
Did
getting
they-
99.
We don't divide. We both
You know what I
divide.
mean? Exactly. So
We
we're
don't-
not
they
gonna
kids.
we're not gonna let them divide us
Oh, no.
up. You know, that's what they do.
I still thought, like,
You
I
know-
was saying, my feelings were kind of like, I mean, you got what we could be on the wall too. I actually went and talked to the manager. I said, yo, I mean,
Y'all
I
are
need
the
to see
team.
I need to talk to them.
Even y'all in the Blake team should have
And
been on the
was
wall.
like, yeah, this picture was just put there. We selected it as just to put the view. I mean, okay, well, what about what we were doing back then?
I know.
I'm eating my meal in '99, and I'm just like, I mean, it's right there.
Did you throw your meal away?
I mean, I eat
You
my
get sick
meal.
to your stomach.
I mean, I completely love the aspect of everybody. Like, everybody competes on their own level in their generation. That was a great team in their own sense. They did their own thing. Yeah, they didn't win the championship, but they competed at a high level.
That's on BS.
You know what I mean? So
We're not-
I'll leave it at that. But
Yeah,
I
we-
was like, you know,
There was a key moment.
I don't blame you. You know,
Lil
I feel salty
Cosby took
too.
that ring. Lil Cosby got that ring that year. Ramon got that ring against Central. Wow.
What's your name?
Yes.
Oh,
He's a very happy
He's
guy
looking.
right now.
He's looking for something.
Ramon's
to
a
feel good
very
about
happy
himself.
guy right now.
I bet he is.
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's
a Hall of Famer.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
But I can tell you some people that's not very happy in the presence of Jim Price,
Who?
or in the presence of Mr. Jackson, or in the presence of TV, you know, tennis player.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you a whole list of people, starting with 95, 81, you know, I can go through names.
And I can
We
go,
just want the putt.
and I can go through 48 hours starring Eddie Murphy. I mean, starring Josh Presley.
But that
48 hours. I
that show
can go there.
that show hasn't started yet.
And what?
It hasn't started yet. When we get there, we'll get there. Alright,
I'm being disrespectful.
you are. You so disrespectful.
I mean, Josh, wait.
He's not being disrespectful on a level like
kids.
Charles Barkley and
You
his
killed
clothes
those
talk.
kids, Josh.
At least he's not being disrespectful.
48
You
hours.
don't think
baby.
he's being
You
disrespectful to his
murdered
people?
them with 48.
I mean, not onto that level.
Not calling a man Dennis Johnson is not being disrespectful. The guy with the sparkles on his face is not being disrespectful. That's not being disrespectful.
That man took the greatest pass from Larry Bird to lay it up.
Right, exactly.
You know
But
what I mean?
he's not even here to even respond to none of the things that we're saying. But he's gonna call another man Dennis Johnson.
I mean, you know.
We'll leave it at that. Because he's so disrespectful. Alright, so this is the other thing, right? And so, I think I was going to add it, but I might leave it out.
Okay.
I think there was, I was going to ask you, and I'm going to leave it in there. But I was going to ask you, and I think that we all should just take a number, pick one. I think we want to come up with 7.
Okay.
All right, and so any era, right? So we did our first all era, and we had our 7. He picked his 7. So this time we're just gonna have 7 amongst each other. Top 7 bigs. Everybody picks one until we get 7. All right. Any era you choose. And matter of fact, all right, we'll do that first, and then I'm gonna ask my next question.
Okay.
So you can go first.
Taboo Smiley.
That's your one.
I like
Hold
that.
on, hold up. Why?
Not because just he was a beaver. Taboo was amazing talent. You could handle the ball, you could shoot the ball. He was 6'8". It was hard to get a shot off. He was so athletic. That guy was something special. The senior year, he was averaging 28 and 16 and 5 blocks a game. But he fell off after 10 games. And it was against the dude, man, just because he's 6'8", there aren't many bigs that came out of Springfield. So, am I wrong for taking that?
No. I'm just going through a list so that way.
Why, you think because he a beaver?
No. So that the people would know.
Okay.
Because we're going through our 7th era. Because usually I would say, I'm going to give you mine.
Yeah.
And you give you yours. But we already been going. So I want to make sure that we.
bad pick.
No, it's a great pick. Who's yours?
I mean, I have to rock with my dude. Shot blocking extraordinaire.
Who's that?
Tony Yates.
It was a shot.
No, I mean, he was on the receiving end of a Tony Yates special.
Like, I mean,
It could be any era now. So
any
any era. But if that's who you're going with, we
That's
still
who
got
you're going
7.
with.
That's your first one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
your
you,
first
we
one.
come
So
back
I would
around.
like that to be a part of it.
Excellent big
And the
pick.
reason why I say that, because I think in terms of
Say it loud enough so he can actually hear you.
So in terms of changing the complexity of the game, like influencing the defensive end of the court, like in that way, like, okay, a team breaks our press. This is a perfect example. They had, and this is an in-game experience. Okay, the team breaks the press. Now they're 3-on-1 because only Dez is back.
Yeah.
Not only do they not attack the basket, they pull it out and wait for the other cutters to come when it's only was Dez back there. Like, that's changed. Like,
That
that's.
changes everything.
I mean, as a player, you're like, okay, whenever you have an advantage, you want to take advantage of that advantage and go full throttle and go after it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen that happen pretty consistently during the time I've been able to see him play. And I think that's one of the reasons why I choose him, because I mean, on the defensive end of the thing, it's just, obviously, the intimidation part is a part of it, but also the influence of
What he was
how,
doing.
even if he didn't jump,
Excellent.
and people would still be like
Holding the ball like 30 or 40
yeah, he wouldn't even have to jump sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the influence.
Holding it like Raheem, right?
Wait.
Holding like Raheem and Skella.
All right, I'm gonna go with mine. I chose Frank Hurd.
Oh yeah.
Frank was a solid big man.
Yeah.
Who was on the block, who could do post moves and stuff like that. I think he's like one of the top big men in the era. You know what I mean? That's who I chose.
That's an excellent pick, man.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That's what's up.
Do I get another pick or no?
Yeah, we only got 3.
That's what. That's 6.
So we
gotta get to 6.
we gotta get to 7.
Seven, okay.
So we stopped at that damn 666 stuff. we ain't doing that. Not up in here. We ain't doing that. This is the blessed place.
Yeah, it is. My second choice as a big man. I mean, this guy did miraculous things. He dominated Western Mass. He scored like over 1,300 points in high school. He went Division I. Morgan State's finest. Danny Coles is my second big man that I know. I'm lying, psych. JJ King. JJ King. God. Come on, man. I wouldn't take him in an 8-10 Dunbar game. But
make sure you tell them who you won't take. If you just said JJ,
I would take Danny Coles in an 8-10 Dunbar.
Oh, okay. All right.
Putnam, I say names.
That's a fucking bummer, man. Aren't you supposed to be?
It is, but
That's why you see.
But he was my second pick as a second best big man, but I had to change it. I go with rest in peace, JJ King. Awesome talent. Offensive ability by JJ King was unbelievable, man. God rest his soul. He was over 1,000 points scored, 1,000 rebounds. left-handed, just he could shoot the mid. Tough,
Yeah.
tough cover. You remember JJ?
Oh, yeah.
And he talked to you.
Yeah,
He talk. He let you. He let you know when he blocked his shot. Or he killed us. When I first played against him in 10th grade, he had like 35 on us and like 15
Yeah.
against Taboo and Kelly and Keith Jones, which was tough because those are twin towers that he had to win. I mean, we did beat them by like 25, but
Oh, we put him in the cup. No, that was you got the W. We got to put him in the cup. The
But,
points don't matter.
I
He's
take
not good
JJ. I take JJ as the second big man. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's who I seen. The other big men in the other generation in the 60s, 50s, I don't know. So
Well,
I can't-
Yeah, I see.
What-
That's
yeah,
why.
pick
Yeah,
them.
it's hard to say, but you haven't seen a player
yeah.
play in their era.
Right, you can't
that
say.
they don't have these different
And we haven't had that many dominant big men.
So I think since you had Center Curry,
Yeah.
big fun. So I think I'm gonna have to put Jay Head on this too.
No, he's
Can't.
from. He can't.
He's from New York.
He's from New York. We're talking about. who
I love
played.
Jay Hack.
Yeah, I love Jay Heck.
James Hack, but you can't pick him or
Ooh.
Baby Hack.
I
So
know you
can't
can
do
pick.
that.
I know who you could pick, but you won't think about him. He would be my third.
Hold on, let him pick his choice.
Okay.
He's got because
Okay.
we got to come back
I mean,
around.
Artie Robb was kind of nice
Ooh.
himself.
Yes.
He was a
Yes.
player. Artie Robb.
Yes.
You take Artie Rock.
He was-
Yes.
he
He's a
was-
big man.
He was a big man, and he was doing his thing back.
Yeah.
But in this game, I mean, he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
So shout out to Artie Robb, man.
Sure.
I know he's doing his comedian thing too. I mean, he's doing his thing.
Do I get a third and then I'm done?
No, I think we'll go around twice.
So I wanted this name because I don't want nobody to take it.
Well, it's my
Say your
turn.
name.
It's my
Okay.
turn.
Do not take this name, and I'm gonna tell you what it was. Go ahead. Who you got?
I'm going to take. I'm taking Big Stan Wright.
Oh, big stand.
He was a beast.
He was a monster.
And he would
I-
average like 30 years.
I did a move. I did a move for him last year,
Yeah.
Mr. Wright. We was talking about it,
Yeah.
and he said he pretty much gave certain Eagles the business.
But Stan was older though.
No, he said in the leagues.
Oh
he
well,
gave-
well
he
that's
gave-
different.
He gave certain two Central Eagle centers the business.
Nah, he gave everybody the business though.
So did he give somebody in the studio the business?
Probably a 12-year-old Jim Price.
Did he give my man? Did he give my man Desi Jackson the business?
He probably 13.
Now,
we
I
ain't
will
gonna
say,
do that.
At that time, you have to remember that was during that Greenleaf era where all the players
They were older.
You know
Yeah,
what I
they
like?
were-
They were in their prime.
You know what I like because like Jim, it brought me to I was like defense wins championships, offense wins games.
Yes.
But this guy, if he was, we missed out, and he don't get the recognition. But he was awesome. I seen him just. You couldn't get rebounds on him. Tim Powell.
That was
Yo,
Yes,
yo,
yes.
he like we know Tom wrestling, so Tom was amazing skeet.
Yeah.
But Tim Powell shot a lot of sort of like a Dez. He played the Dez role,
Yeah.
but his rebounding, he was the best rebounder that I've seen in Springfield.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yo, he you could just throw him down there, and he get you like 6 points, but you're like, damn, 7 blocks, 25 rebounds. Like the guy was tall, lanky. He was just missing stuff though.
I mean,
I'm not. No, I'm being a nice guy. I got you. I decided to be nice and change my personality because when I get on the road, Clyde Lewis, and Jim Price, and Mark, our cameraman, God bless my man Mark for that. But when I get rolling, I just can't stop, and I just want to keep going. I just want to say some stuff that is so disrespectful.
Mike is yours.
I got enough.
Hold on, but he got to answer his. You can't just go through this.
Who
It's not right.
is a victim of yours that you have dunked on? Can I have a name? A dunk that you no who?
you know how they say people say you don't like to kiss and tell when you're doing you know, having.
Hold on, man. Who was a victim? Who was a helmet? Who wore the helmet?
I mean, there's some folks over
No. Name one. I don't care. If it wasn't just who.
Remember Squeaky?
There you go. You got the name.
Who the hell is Squeaky? Yeah, that's not even. That's not even a real name. What ball player caught the rap?
Come on, man.
Well, I know you know.
You know Squeaky. Yeah,
That went to school with us.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Squeaky, man. Come on, man.
what
You
player?
don't even know his real name.
Yeah,
He was like Squeaky. They're like, okay, Squeaky, I'm gonna rock with you and keep it going so we can move on. But it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna let you go
I
easy
tell
that
you,
way.
okay. Ask me who caught my J the worst, and I'll tell you.
Who caught your J? Who do you feel caught your J?
That lemon lime today. He caught like 8 of them in his mug. Just me.
The guy
Raheem is scaly.
The guy who made the video?
Yes.
That guy who made the video.
He caught the worst of my J ever. It looked like a stuff show.
He was Charles Barkley terrible. He was terrible.
No, he was Danny Cole's terrible.
That'd be a good game. You might have to set that one up.
Yo,
that'd be a bad one.
Yeah.
Who would win that matchup? Who would win?
Danny Cole.
Danny Cole's Yo, listen.
Raheem, man. They got trouble, man.
Sports Talk 413.
You got a rough road.
I did him so disrespectfully. Pop. That's all you hear. Pop. 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 That's all the net. Rap. 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 I mean, I tell who I want to hear I gave you a legitimate name who caught the worst jumper in the history. That Raheem kid. Hi, Raheem. You're a bum. I told you. But anyway, who caught the dunk?
I mean, there's a plethora of them.
I want to know. We want to know a real person, not Josiah from the
Squeaky
Charms.
was real, man.
No, not Josiah from the Charms and stuff like that.
The guy
I want to
who
know
Squeaky.
who really caught it.
Listen,
The guy
you mentioned Squeaky is like him playing 413 Sports Talk today.
No,
They're both the same. Nobody knows neither one of them guys. So it doesn't even matter.
You know what happened today? Because he's from Louisiana. Remember KRS said to Nelly, even St. Louis don't like you. Well, for that dude, they said even Louisiana don't like you. That's why they kicked him out of there, because he's such a bum, and he thought he could come from Hartford today and get a win. This was bad, cuz.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
We're interviewing
I know, but he will not, honestly.
Right, but you gotta wait.
He needs to be honest.
Let him pick his.
Forget Squeaky, who was
Shut
a
his mic
no-ball
off.
player.
Shut his mic off. Shut his mic off.
Who was a no-ball
now?
player that you dunked on?
There's this dude.
Pull it out. He's not answering.
Well, let him give him a chance. Cool.
Who was a legitimate
You
ball
know.
player that you dunked on?
So this, I'll say this. The last time I dunked the basketball or had a dunk play was actually from one of your brothers, Putnam brothers.
Cisco?
No, it was from
Josh.
Josh.
Who
He
did
was
you
from-
dunk on?
And he set me up with a nice alley-oop play. I came down. He threw an alley-oop real nice. And you know, I did what I was supposed to do.
Who was the victim?
I mean, there's a crowd of people down there.
No.
Right.
See, yo, you ain't put that.
I mean, there's a crowd of people down there.
Who?
That was the last.
Who got?
Who
dunked
was
on?
it, Jim? Just say a name.
Who was
Not a
all down-
nickname either.
Who was all down there?
Not an alias name.
What's the name? Rob Kelly, and all them dudes.
Oh,
Rob Kelly was part of the
Like they were there.
R. Kelly, and I'm not talking about the singer.
No,
He was
not
down there. Yo, R. Kelly was down there?
No, not
No.
He
R. Kelly was down there?
And you know what? That's enough.
That's
Yeah,
enough.
good. So
You-
Rob Kelly was a part of the West Day.
He was part
You
of
made
it.
it. You didn't-
Yes.
He got it. I love you, Rob, but you was part of it.
He was part of it.
Maybe Rob would tell who else was around
He was part of it.
there.
Everyone was down there.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
So the whole team.
I was at
You
that
know what
time.
team you dunked on?
He was it was me, Josh, and I forget.
No, not who you played for. Or who you like? Was it Chocolate City or Whips or
No,
you know the team?
that was at that time. I think that was Dream Team,
Dream Team.
or either Whips or Dream Team. One of those.
Could have been Whips
It was Dream Team.
because Whips would have been with Smitty. And
Yeah,
Smitty
that's right.
with-
I think
with-
it was
so I
Dream
don't-
Team because somehow Josh was playing with us that summer.
That's
That was
some.
how it-
Okay.
The only reason I don't remember a lot of details is I was too busy, double tapping backboard, yelling and stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
I wasn't really,
And everybody that was in there was sitting here talking about, "Can I have your autograph?" Remember that moment when they said I had to sign the ball after he did it on you? Sign it.
But shout out to Josh. Josh, I'm sure he remembers that play. That was the last
Mr. 48.
real epic dunk.
Mr. 48 did that.
Yeah, he was. He threw the alley.
He's a 48 point
He was
guy.
right underneath the hoop. Boom. I threw it.
So who is that? Who's your next big man?
Oh man.
I think I got Artie Robb. I had Stan Wright. We had Tim Powell.
Yeah. Tim Powell.
JJ King and
And
JJ
JJ
King.
King. I got one more too.
Ooh.
Those
I
are
mean,
good guys.
I mean, yeah.
I would give you a hint, but I ain't gonna go there. I won't be a cheater.
I mean, we're banding together as a band of married men. I mean, you can give me tips.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We banded together like, we
Right.
I knew it.
together, man.
That's
Three
right.
amigos.
That was Central. No. That was Central.
Huh?
Married men.
No, three amigos. That's what he said. Three amigos. But go ahead.
JH. I'll give you that. Rest in peace. You gonna take it? Clyde won't. No.
No, I already got somebody else. I'm gonna go younger.
JH. You gonna take him? Farouk Street?
Oh, you know who I can take?
You're not gonna take one son.
Hold on.
You know who I can take?
Oh.
I can take Angelo Thomas.
Yep. From the Greenfield.
Yes.
Yeah.
6'8". I mean, he was a defensive stopper too.
Yeah.
And I mean, he influenced the defense a little bit. He could also score too. He played
Yes.
the ball too.
That
He
gave
handled the
him a
ball.
mean
Like,
element.
he shoot a little bit. He had a little
He
bit
just
of
kind of
range.
like missed his era.
Yeah.
That gave him a mean element.
So I shout out to what he doing his
I'm talking about Des gave him. I remember that toothpick, that Sean Bradley, the second, got dunked on. He was all like this, almost. Des, I remember he dunked on that kid Thomas, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
I
ugly.
think there was. Shout out to Angelo.
Yeah.
But they had this league out there. I'm gonna just throw this in there real quick, and it was like a 35 and over
Yeah.
league,
Yeah.
right? And Smitty had his team out there, right?
Oh,
With Stan Wright,
Yeah.
Andy Crump,
Oh, Andy Crump.
Steve Lambert,
Yeah.
and Tim Powell, I believe, was on there too. And it's a 35 and over. This was back in 94, 95. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Why was Angelo playing?
I mean,
35 and over.
I mean,
35 and over.
I mean,
35 and over.
sometimes, I mean, when you declarations or something and stuff like that, waiver. I mean, you can have to waiver side.
They didn't win either. Stan Wright was a man. That's all I'm saying.
You already take Joe Hollins?
No, I'm going to pick Joe will be our the seventh one, you know.
He was a monster.
But I'm taking again. I have to take Kev Frieden.
Oh, why didn't I?
You know,
Yeah.
you have to take him because, you know,
Yeah.
even from Long Meadow and going to
Yeah.
UConn
He's a monster.
Yeah.
and playing the role that he was playing, you know, he was a beast. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Oh my goodness.
So,
You can't K free.
yeah.
You can't leave out K free.
And shouts out to what he's doing with his program,
Yes.
his kids. I'm glad he came back to Springfield.
Yeah.
A lot of young guys need to see, you know, somebody like himself doing great things
Yeah,
and
yeah.
being
I
able to
agree.
be able to do these
Yeah.
things at a higher level.
Mhm.
So I don't really say too much about a lot of certain people because I like to see them do their own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you kind of like want to praise them from a distance.
It's a lot of good sports talk.
Yeah.
A lot of good sports talk.
Shout out to free doing this thing, man. That's what's up, man.
But you know, and so, you know, there's one more other question, and then I want to go through a quick list, like a fast list that you can get through. Who did you look up to as far as getting ready to play basketball? Like, you know, I think his was like more Maurice Hood, right? Who was your guy that like, oh man, you know, when I keep getting older, I want to kind of like who was your influence? Meaning you didn't have to play like him, but that's somebody that you was excited about watching.
David Gold? Nah.
I mean, he was an exciting player. I mean, he brought the thunder in the brain. I mean, yeah, 4.44. Oh no, that's the wrong guy. Wrong guy.
Do not get sucked in by this
No,
guy.
I'm not getting
Because
sucked
he's
in.
so
That's
disrespectful.
fucking problem. Yeah.
Right.
Fucking problem.
Leave the Beavers alone. Leave the Beavers alone.
Oh my goodness.
But who was that guy?
I mean, even before I got to high school, and actually a little bit before I got to high school, and I would always see the RG team. And that was like seeing how how he approached the game.
Tom Nichols?
Basically. But how he approached the game and how he just always was uncontrolled. You never saw him out of control. So, you know, those are little things of watching how he created his shot, how he would make space, like how he would use.
So that was your influence on you?
Yeah, I would watch a lot of that, and then I would try to incorporate actually some of that.
He would never.
Like I would go out to the park by
You're right.
myself. And,
Tom Nichols would never get rattled.
no.
He was always, whether he's losing. I played on one of his teams and we was losing by a lot. And he said, "Yo, Shell, don't worry about it. I got this."
Yeah.
And he never worried about what the score. He didn't care if you bring Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he would.
He felt like when the Rebels.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Rebels brought Charlton Clark and all them dudes, Larry Kettler.
Larry Kettler. Oh, I remember that. I remember
And
that.
RG gave them the business.
I didn't hear about that. I wasn't at that game.
But did they give
But
them
I
the
did.
business?
I mean, I'm not privy to say I wasn't at the game.
I was, and Tom.
I gotta see all these contracts you coming out with.
Tom-
This competition contract. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I tell you this. Tom,
This is
Tom
never been heard before.
Tom Skeet and Heck,
Mhm.
they put a massive show on Larry Kettler. God rest Larry Kettler. So.
Yeah.
But it was like, Tyrone Weeks was part of that too.
Oh yeah.
They didn't care that these D1, Tom Nichols said to one of them, "I'll take y'all scholarship." He was killing them. He was killing them. And that's why I was like, yo, Nick Bag is the realest, yo. He's the best, as far as people may say, oh, he wasn't, but he was the best adult player that I seen in my life in Springfield ball. Because I ain't see all the players they want to bring up. They want to bring up Joey Geronimo and whatever else the names are. But Tom Nichols was the winningest men's ball player of our time.
Yes.
He won the most championships. Him and Skeet, they argue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Nick Bag was something special because he talked junk. He was like, "I lay you hit."
And he backed it up.
And he backed it up, man. The guy he was so competitive. If you know Tom, if I would say, "Yo, Tom, I could make this spin 10 times," man, he gonna make it spin 11.
Yeah.
This guy didn't want to lose
Yeah.
at nothing, man. Cards, people like, I remember what he said, like, you heard? He had the competitive edge over everybody. His competitive spirit.
Yeah.
He didn't have the flashy moves, the handle. But the mid range was crazy.
It was crazy.
The pull up like this, the pull up, how high
Stop
he
on
get
the
in the
dime.
air.
Stop on the dime.
Just his mental.
Because he would pull up right in the middle of the
Yo,
foul
and he would
line.
have the mental game where he would lure people into doing like stuff what I do to like some of these players like Raheem. But no, I was good at that. I lured a Miss Will Evans was killing us in 35. I must admit.
They had 1993 Angelo
Wait,
No, but Will Evans was killing us, and then I stuck him, and I said, "You can't shoot from 30 feet." And what did he do? He shot a 30-foot air ball. I was a master. I got that from Tom.
Yeah.
I got that from Tom.
You would get in the head.
I would get in people's heads with, "You can't shoot that." If somebody got advantage with me, I would use that to my. I'd be like, "All you can do is go to the hole. You can't." And what did they do?
Try to prove you wrong.
And they went wrong. Boys see me do it to tons of dudes that were good players.
Yeah.
And it would just be funny. And it's the psychological that brought Tom over the edge. And that's a good person to look up to coming up involved because
He was the real deal.
he was a winner.
Yeah, he was.
I don't care what they say he didn't do at Tech and all that. Talk about men's ball, and I don't
What I've
care.
seen.
And I don't care if people. I don't care if people say, "Oh, this guy did more than him in the league." What we seen out of Tom Nichols. What we seen out of Tom Nichols for like 15 years, close to 15 years in the men's league, was pure. I don't know how many championships RG has. They won like 6 in a row down in Plainfield. Then we're not counting other stuff they won.
But you know that's a whole different other subject.
I know, but I just had to get it out.
You know, RG, and I agree with you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And he was bad, but Cal Roberson with Tracy's and Teddy Bear Pool with Don Martin's team.
Yeah.
You know, no. But what I'm saying that RG had some, but it was hard for them to get to those two because sometimes, a lot of times, those were the last two guys on the court in those divisions. So I can't really say, but they have some monsters on their team.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna go into our quick questions and stuff like that. And so there's some central questions.
Yeah.
And so before we go there, my question to you is for your college coach. Who's your best college coach?
Well, Shep was definitely one of the better coaches I had in Northwest State. I think a lot of his approach to defensive-minded approach, like defense first mindset, I think that helped our program over there.
Who?
Shep.
That's
William
his name?
Shepard. Yeah.
William Shepard?
Yeah.
Would please tell the people so they know who it is.
Oh,
No, they don't know who Shep.
Oh,
I don't know who Shep
Mr.
is.
William Shepard
Central
himself.
knows who Shep is for like 10 years.
Mr. William Shepard himself. I mean, so I mean, he was a tremendous coach, and I think
So
he was the one. I mean,
he was
we ended up going to the national tournament. I mean, a lot of it was due to his determination to have us understand that the defensive side of the ball is important. Yeah, you might be able to sit on offense and whatever, but you can always hit that on defense.
Yeah.
You got to make good stops in order to, get that going. So, I mean, I think in terms of what I've seen throughout the years with coaching and stuff, he's definitely going to stay our coach.
Okay, so he was a great addition to Central High School.
Oh, he was at Stick.
Oh, so
Springfield Technical.
he wasn't one of the assistants at Central High School?
Not at the time when we.
It was more of an addition to Putnam, though.
Yeah.
He made history at.
That's where you sure?
He made history at Putnam.
Okay.
He didn't?
I'm just saying. I know he was an Eagle.
I know he won like 6 Western Mass championships. It
But he started in Central. That's all I'm saying.
don't matter where you start, it's where you finish.
And so, with that being said, because
That is-
I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to
He
get to.
didn't
You know, I love
start.
Shep. I love him. I think he's like
He
one of
didn't
the
start
best
for the Central Pigeons.
But hold
He
on.
didn't start for the
Hold
Central
on.
Pigeons.
You know, and since you want to bring up, listen,
The Central Pigeons.
since you want to bring up the 131,
Okay.
you know that we used to run.
Yep.
What did Putnam run?
Did you guys run like the 2-3 or 3-2?
No,
No,
1-3-1.
131.
They didn't run the 1-3.
Yes, they did run the
We were
131.
so successful.
Full court press.
Turnover after
1-3-1,
turnover.
3-1. West Name played the back, and so my point is,
Hassan, right? Oh, we're not Hassan.
No.
What's that?
Oh, you mean the guy we beat in the last Western Mass tournament?
Hold on,
Taylor
I
B.
mean,
Hassan?
he's talking about Putnam. But my point is that see the knowledge that Burns were able to give to Shep at that particular time by him going over there.
That is true.
See what I'm saying? And then he took that 1-3-1 philosophy
Yo.
and brought it over to Putnam.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why.
The blueprint.
Yeah, exactly.
You're so disrespectful. Yo, Shep. You're so disrespectful by saying that.
I'm just saying. I just figure I just put it all together. It just makes sense now.
Yeah, Danny Coles taught me stuff.
He went over the
Right.
market. He laid
Took his notes and everything else.
I'm a stretcher blueprint.
Well, I learned my game from Danny Coles too, because he took more Morgan State.
All right, so I'm gonna ask some questions. We're gonna go through it,
Okay.
and it's called shoot or pass. If you pass them, you're a living line. You're already a living line.
Hey, now the first one is serious.
You're the first one.
A living in line.
A living in a line. All because you just want to be. You want to give Jay-Z bars and be subliminal about the whole thing around
Wait,
here.
what happened? How's reality?
We was at the game in North Carolina, brother. We were at the game in North Carolina. You didn't even want to say. He had to say SW. You guys are speaking in code to the whole thing. But we're gonna go through these 7 questions. We're gonna go through these 7 questions, and you gotta answer it. Please don't pass it, because I don't even know what to call you after we call you a living lie. This is unbelievable. This is the first time in history. All right. So the first question is, you have to choose a player.
Okay.
Right? And so you have a choice.
Between 2 players.
2 players. Now everybody has to choose their player. Like he had to choose. I asked the question to him
Okay.
was who did he choose between Desi Jackson and Antonio Yates? He chose Desi Jackson.
Okay.
Right?
That's what you chose.
As the best dunker?
Yeah.
I did?
My bad.
Yeah. No, I told Tony Yates.
My fault. I'm just making sure. I was just checking. My fault. People make mistakes. I'm sorry. I apologize.
He knows you can say I'm biased.
Exactly. But all right, so this is gonna be a tough question because I'm gonna come off the bat and ask you quickly. So that was a tough question to choose from. I didn't give you 2 Putnam players, and then I'm gonna give you 2 questions back to back. All right, because I think both of these are gonna be good. Because I gave a last central guest a question, and he had to choose between 2 Eagles. You're gonna have to choose between 4. All right. And so the first Eagle question that you're gonna have to choose, you have a choice. If not, you're going to Cup.
You know how we broke the record to be in the first living line?
Well, you gotta go in again.
Right.
You gotta go in the second
You about to
time.
be
like you got dip me again, like being baptized or something. You got to dip me again.
Yeah.
No, you only can get baptized once.
Yeah.
You don't get baptized one time, man.
We need a pastor in here.
Right, because we try to get this demon out of here. But I told you, ain't no 666 up in this people. Ain't nuts. You gotta answer this. All right, come on, you can do it.
Okay.
All right, breathe. Right? All right.
Hey, but I'm just saying, if it breaches confidentiality.
It's not gonna breach. You gotta just make a choice.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. You have to make a choice. Who do you choose between Edgar Padilla and Fred Smith? You have to choose one. And the camera's right there. And the cup is here.
Oh, I know. I ain't sure.
I think I have to, right?
Okay, that's a
I
good
mean,
answer.
I mean,
And why?
because he's just awesome, not just beside being a scorer, I think he scores too, he gets steals too, but, you know, Franks would mix it up and down low and get rebounds too. He would dig out those rebounds sometimes, those tough rebounds, do some of the dirty work down low. Nobody ever really thought of him in that way. They would see the score and how he quietly goes about his business. But he actually, you know, would mix it up down low. He didn't mind getting grimy and getting down, you know what I mean? Whereas Edgar was more like a perimeter guy, you know, looking for the steals.
That's your choice.
So I
Why he can't just? This is the first time in
Because-
history that he made a choice.
I
He
know.
couldn't make no choice.
Let's give him a hand. He made a choice. He didn't say, well, confidentiality.
Right, he didn't bring out the paperwork.
I got signed permission slip for confidential. He came with an honest opinion.
He gave an
right
honest opinion, so I'm very proud. This might be another one.
Okay.
Because this is controversial, so I'm trying to keep this one going because I think it should always be out there because of where these guys go at it. And it's another central question because I asked last time. So now the next question is, as a coach, no, you want to answer it?
No.
All right. Is it talent player or a hard working player?
Hard working
rather-
player.
Yes.
Why?
Because I mean, when you have a hard working player, they're gonna know, like they're gonna be okay with trying to work to get better,
Yeah.
you know, and they're gonna go on the floor. Like you know those players. I mean, win, lose, or draw. You know those types of players are gonna leave it on the floor. They're gonna be ready to go. They'll be in the trenches with you when it's time to mix it up.
Somebody disagreed with me on that. Well, the first episode. I ain't gonna name it. Somebody didn't like my when I said
I mean, you
hard
can be a
worker.
talented. You can have talent,
Shouts out to college.
but that don't mean that you're
but that don't mean. But that don't mean
I just
just
think I
because you're a
can-
talented.
I know.
Yo, listen. You had more talented players than me in that era, but a lot of them dudes are scorers. Talent can only carry you so far. If you don't got heart and you don't got determination, you don't got hard work.
That's
You got a lot of players that were so talented but didn't amount to what they could have been
yeah, that's the thing.
because they didn't work hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got to put them. You got to put them to work to perfect the craft.
It shows. It shows by Golden State's titles. For the hard work, these guys all came from the draft. That they didn't form a super team. The only one that came over Durant, but this year they had guys that they drafted, and they worked at getting
cohesive.
They worked at Steph Curry worked at getting that good.
Yeah.
Like
He put in time.
Like you may have more talented dudes that can get up, that can body, but Steph works hard.
That's a good example because you can have a whole team full of superstars.
Yes, and
And
Steph
not
can
even
beat
get your
you.
playoff.
And you can
I didn't say it. I'm just saying. Hold on.
Now we're moving too fast.
And you can have.
I'm just saying. I'm just agreeing with them about
and
talent and hard work.
and you can have a guy. You can have a guy from the opposite team that wear a Celtic shirt and said 18 championship on it. You can have a Draymond Green that's wearing the 18 shirt to the parade. He wore the Celtics 18 parade. Remember they made that T-shirt? You can have a guy like that on your team too.
Listen, I got some more questions.
That was disrespectful. Okay. I'm being disrespectful. Okay. Because you threw a
Every
shot at
time we
who I
go
thought.
through this,
Did you throw a shot at who I thought you threw a shot at?
Why do we have to go through this every
Yeah,
single
you're
time?
right. You're right. I'm gonna be nice.
Good Lord. Unbelievable. All right.
But did he wear the shirt?
Yes, he wore the
I saw
shirt.
that, yeah.
Oh, so now you want to speak and say,
I'm just saying what I
listen,
saw too.
did he sign your paper
The
so you can
parade-
have you talking now?
The evidence was on ABC News. The parade was telecast, or whatever they call it. The parade was shown on TV, and I was like, wow, that's very interesting. That Draymond decided to do that. I said, that's splendid. I thought it was a good, like these brothers.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. All right, so this is another question, right? I ask this question all the time. As a high school coach, high school coach, what do you prefer, man or zone?
I prefer man only because in that I think it's for me man to man. If you have players that can do or run their man to man sets and switch I mean, I think that makes it more difficult for teams to score if you have a team that's really on their man-to-man thing, and they can do, if they do the switch or whatever. I mean, zone, you can always find a gap. Like if you're playing a 2-3 zone, you can pretty much, you know, if you get that ball into a certain area, especially if it's 2-3 zone, you get the ball in the middle of the free throw line. Now, if you put some shoot, like you can break down that zone.
Yeah.
Versus if you're playing man-to-man, yeah, you might throw some picks and do some screening here and there, but you can kind of put yourself in position to recover better.
He right because
You know what I mean?
because there was a certain team out in in Boston. They that central 1-3-1. Yeah, it was a lot of gaps. That Durkee team beat that central team by like 30. Who was on that central team? Oh, you want me to be honest? Who was on it?
Next question.
Remember that? Remember Judd McDonald? That name haunts Central hallway. Judd. So you hear Judd. I mean, he had nightmares of that name. No Judd McDonald. Who had that nightmare of Judd McDonald and Mike Herron?
You gotta give it to them Central dudes because they made it there.
Yeah, but
He's talking about BC.
well, we don't know about
BC.
second. No, I'm not talking about BC. I'm talking about tennis players. When they lost to Derby by like 30.
Oh,
Judd McDonald had 25 in the first half on him.
who was out there?
Trav,
Who else?
Fred, Big Dab, my man NJ, Eric Pazalka, rest in peace. Todd Robinson, Mike Anderson, love all them guys, but they were losing by 26 at halftime. Judd McDonald, his sport was like lacrosse. and he had 25 in the first half. They ended up beating them by like 25, 26.
Jim, was you out there?
No, Jim wasn't there.
What about Desmond Jackson?
No, he wasn't.
So,
But
that's what
that game
that's what we're talking about
wouldn't
right
even help.
No,
Yeah.
them two, it makes a difference.
Judd McDonald, let me tell you something. He made somebody almost fall, and when he made him do electric slide, he took a step back and waited for him, and he jumped out at him and hit all ice cream. Judd McDonald was
So he was hitting step back threes back before they thought
anything he wanted. And tennis player had.
You gonna stop calling him?
Okay.
Yeah, man, you gonna go ahead.
You gonna,
I ain't gonna say names.
You gonna,
you gonna stop doing
I'm
it?
holding confidential.
He signed the contract,
No,
not you.
I'm not. Man, you know what they were saying too? You remember this?
I gotta go through these
Do
questions.
you, okay, well, I'm gonna sing a chorus real
All
quick.
right.
This is what they were singing after Judd did that to him. Why you treat me so bad? Why you treat me so bad? All right, go ahead.
We're gonna go to the next
I'm gonna
question.
stop clowning around.
All right. Now, your coaches, right?
Okay.
You're gonna have to choose between your coaches. I think I already know what you're gonna choose. Howie Byrne and his staff, or William Shepard and his staff. Who do you choose?
I mean, I was more a baseball coach. He was basketball.
I didn't ask you that. I'm gonna ask you, who do you choose? Make a choice.
Make a choice, young man. You make a choice, young man.
I would have to go with Shepard.
Yes.
Go with Shepard.
Go Cutler.
I would have to
I
go with
mean,
Shepard.
Shep.
I would have to go. You know, hey, he was Central first though.
That's right.
He brought the blueprint with him.
Right, I had to add that.
Spread it out on the table.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
buddy, this is how we went.
So you choose
Shep.
William Shepard
Good pick.
and because of his.
I think because at least like he would make adjustments. Like if the flow of the game was not going the way it was, he would make adjustments.
Mhm.
Whereas I think sometimes he was very
Couldn't make adjustments.
it wasn't
out.
like it was was more like just a motivational thing, like hey, you got this, but not really making
The moves.
adjustments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whereas most of the time after it's time out, you be like, okay, well, we got to do this one. With Shep, he would
Now,
see
who was
the
that
flow.
voice? Who Who was that
For
voice?
Coach Burton. Oh, when after the
Right, after you came out
After
and
the
said,
timeout.
this is what we gotta do.
yeah,
Who was
most of
saying
the time it like either be Trav or one of the other seniors or whatever. They would say, or somebody, hey, I think we need to do this. Like we would almost change up our own stuff even after a timeout.
Did Trevor ever go off on you?
No, he never was.
Well, he wasn't a mean.
He never. He
leader?
was like a.
He was only mean when he had to drop that 81.
Oh.
But go ahead, finish your
And
thing.
Josh was only mean when he dropped that 48 hours.
Well, alright, so you chose William Shep.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
I think he was able to make a lot more adjustments and stuff. I mean, you don't get to play on the national stage, on the national tournament stage, without understanding not just the dynamics of your team, but being able to make adjustments when you see the common for the game. And I think he would do a good job.
Definitely.
Okay.
Good answer.
Alright, so this other question here is another central question. So each time we have, whoever comes in, that's what they're going to get. Whether it be B.I. had his Holyoke questions between DJ and Roman, Ramon.
Yep.
No disrespect. I would have chosen Ramon. He would have chosen Ramon. He chose, Deion chose DJ Westbrook or whatever. But it is what it is. Everybody, his own choice.
Yeah.
Now, these two guys, and I explained it to Mark. Mark had to make a choice too. They're talented ball players.
Yeah.
They might have been both in that 99 restaurant, up on that thing together. And so you have to make a choice.
Do you have to do this right now?
We always have to do this.
Okay.
And then if it's a different era,
I love this controversy when it comes to Central basketball. So
I know.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I have, like I said in the previous one, I think that both of them are great ball players. I have to be, but they're very sensitive about their stuff. They're like Erykah Badu. I can't say the words, but they're very sensitive about their stuff. You know what I mean? But they're ballers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't go wrong either way. And a lot of respect for both of them, what they do out there on the court and stuff like that. Even today, I ain't say much. I heard them talking about, come watch me at 2:15 while I give these young boys business. That's what one of them said. So with that being said, who do you choose between Sean Smith and Tim Braxton? And why?
Oh, that's that. Oh my goodness.
Take your time.
Now that, I mean,
Let's see.
this.
Let me stay out of it.
Stay out of it.
Now, the reason why I would choose this player is only because when we were talking about the whole package of their game. When I pick players, I try to pick players who's not, they're gonna be. Both players are packages, whole packages. Some have more talents in different areas than others. And I'm, of course, being a defensive-minded guy. I would have Sean.
Oh, you take Smitty.
Now, and that's not even based on scoring because you have to remember they're both great scorers.
Yeah.
They both can score.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of defense, some will play defense. I'm not saying Tim never play defense.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but I mean, I think in terms of if you're going to be in a team scheme and you're talking about someone who's going to be getting after it, like he would get after it defensively. You know what I mean? Like he would get out there and try to, he would get his steals and whatever, mixed up with rebounds and stuff like that. And so that's probably be why I would pick him.
Okay. I don't think that's wrong with the answer either. I like Smitty too. I like them both.
Yeah.
But the last guy that came on the episode before, Mark Lewis, he chose Temple Action. So that's why it was kind of interesting to see what is the.
And it's not even a knock against him.
No, it's not a knock against either one of them because they're both like great ball players and they have, their respect of their peers and peers before and peers after. So, but I think that it should be recognized because when they go back and forth, it's very entertaining. But I would like to hear what their peers have to say.
Yeah.
In this situation and in this case. Like Sean Smith is a great ball player. I've seen him do a lot of different things on the court, inside the Green League, and for Central and stuff like that. And so you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But I also seen Tim do some excellent stuff.
Exactly.
And some shooting stuff and
That
stuff
was
like
amazing.
that. Yeah, right. That's amazing as well. So to me,
But I also seen
I think
somebody
they
get
both.
48 dropped on him.
What?
I also seen somebody get 48 dropped on him.
We're not doing that.
Okay, I'm gonna be good.
You're not doing that.
Somebody,
They will get their moment. Just like you got your 81, they will get their moment.
I didn't get no 81. You got 81.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was talking about those other guys that got the 81.
Yeah, we clarified that up.
Alright. So I think and this is the last question. This is a very easy question. I think, and that because I think that we all think alike. And maybe I'm off. You have to choose 1, 2, and 3.
okay.
It's easy.
Okay.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. What order?
My number 1, Jordan. He's my number 1. I would have to go with Kobe as number 2. And LeBron would be number 3.
Now, would it have been different if you guys made the playoffs with LeBron? I'm not saying in a disrespectful way. I'm trying not to.
I'm just looking at the body of work. Like the whole, I mean, outside of him being a Laker and being a Cleveland Cavalier, whatever my team might be, I'm just looking at the overall whole body of work in terms of what they've done career-wise and how they set themselves up their platform.
It would have been different if Tatum would have showed up in Game 6.
I mean, did he score like 2 points in the second half? I'm sorry. I mean,
guys bumped you.
Well, but you know what? What's the name said something that was interesting, and this was like I watched the whole thing. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Is it Vidal? Vidal had put it on his post. Yeah, he was an excellent ball player as well.
Yes.
He put on his post.
The basket hung a little bit, brother.
Don't matter.
I know. Let me
He was
stop.
on the right team to do it.
That's good. That's good, though.
But he put on his post, and I thought it made a lot of sense. He said that LeBron will break a whole bunch of records, have a lot of stats, and everything else, and you're going to be kind of like confused.
I
You
know.
try to put him greater than
But the
Mike.
guy
But
stays out. He
he's
stays
not
out
going to
with
get
a.
those rings that Mike got.
LeBron stays out with a little hurt toenail. I mean, the guy just doesn't.
As long as
have
he's
this.
not out there with, I can't say it, street clothes.
hey,
As long as he's not out there with Marcus Dumb. Marcus not smart. Marcus Dumb. I mean, he was real smart in that series. Marcus Dumb.
So let me. So this is episode 4.
yes, it is.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
The first post that has been eliminated aligned at the same
Anytime.
time.
I got
Twice.
a pat on the back. You don't pat yourself on the back.
I can't pat myself on the back.
No. Little lives are not good.
Somebody else will pat him on the back. Somebody else will pat him on the back.
That's all right.
Yeah, somebody else from Central will pat him on his back.
I hope this was enjoyable.
Yes.
Tell the people about your book.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's the
props
other
to that.
side of everything. I mean, I appreciate it too. So I do this children's social skill building thing, and it's definitely gaining a lot of traction, like across the country, and like in the UK as well. And it's been all tremendous blessing. But yeah, man, it's Harold from the Hood, social skill building series, man. And I've been
Nice.
pushing and promoting it.
Nice, y'all.
Getting a lot of interviews, had a couple opportunities to promote on TV. So I mean, and then in the backdrop of everything, I've been about finished with the revisions for a script because it's been adapted to like a movie screenplay.
Oh, okay.
So that's like how they where they have like cartoons and the characters are saying some. So the way they format the scripts is like that. They break down the dialogue and the scenes and everything. And, it was fun to go through that experience of revising and putting my touch on it because I'm a throwback cartoons guy. You know what I mean? I'm those Thundercats and all, you know, Fat Albert and, you know, the old school cartoons. So I want to make sure this series reflected some of that, especially in the screen time.
I need to, and then I'm done tonight. I'm not even joking. This is serious question. I'm thinking about writing a book, but I need some advice. My book is going to be about a guy that played at Morgan State. Rather, even if it's fiction.
Fictional name?
I mean, no, even if it's a fictional story, I think it's not a good idea. I'm not joking. Is it a fictional? It would be okay for me to use a fictional thing that this guy played at Morgan State. I mean, it's a guy I played with. I ain't giving the name out, but I'm using him in the book because it's a fictional story. It's not a fact. It's not
Not true.
It's not true.
It's never been true.
But it's a fictional.
It's never been true.
I thought it was all.
I told you.
It's never been. Listen. That's what the rumors.
The only Morgan he knows is Jimma.
Wait.
I love you guys. This has been a hell of a show. Jim Price, my man. Continue your blessing, your great work.
Thank you. And if anybody's interested, I do have coloring books too in my series. You can go to my website. It's jimpricebooks.education, and all my information is there about me and the reading books and the coloring books and all that stuff. So I always make sure I talk that for whoever listens.
Support my man Jim Price.
I appreciate being on the show as too.
Oh, we appreciate you. It's been an absolute fun time.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I gotta stop. I gotta be nice, man.
So you're
gonna
have book stuff going on?
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna have
like the character looks like Blair Underwood, and he went to Morgan State, and he dated Beyonce, and he rapped like Redman. He tried to be Redman.
actually
He got beat by some. But what was crazy in the book that I started, I said, I've never seen a guy transform into a Division I prospect he got chose D1, but he got beat by Marie Boone, a girl.
That is it.
I'm done.
Cut the show.
Cut the show.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Peace is done.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.